This podcast is rated M.
What do you expect? It's the M-Balm Effect.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the M-Balm Effect. We're here live in studio in the ROC. I'm your host, the M-Balm, and with me, as always, we have Austin Dash and Andrea back in studio with me.
What's up, you beautiful peoples? How are yous?
Yeah, sunglasses and all. We're ready to rock and rolla because it's what we do.
Yeah.
It's first time streaming from the new computer, so we're gonna see how this goes.
Oh shit! This is the new computer.
The new computer setup. Yeah, this is the new one. So we're streaming for the first time.
Which computer though? What kind of what
You want to be?
brand?
What do you mean? What brand? What do you want to be? A talk slut?
A little bit.
Talk slut.
A little bit.
You want to be a talk
Slut?
slut?
Yeah, she's a talk slut.
Jeez, man, you want to just go ahead and say it?
Talk
Shit,
slut.
shit, man. I mean, I'm working with an Asus QOLED. Okay,
Talk
so it's
slut.
like,
Yeah, she's a talk slut.
All right. Well, this is an HP Omen, so there you go.
ooh,
Talk
Omen.
slut.
Yeah.
Omens are good though.
Yeah, they're
Hey.
more reliable than other omens.
Hey, sometimes you're gonna make a shout out to all the.
Oh.
Oh shit. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
it's a nice reliable omen.
Somebody's gonna need some ointment
Oh,
for that burn.
I
Yeah, maybe a
was
little
like,
lube, too,
wait,
who knows?
oh,
Ass cream ointment,
Oh.
the kitten caboodle.
the kitten caboodle.
Yeah, that's what we do here. That's how we start the show. That's how we get saddled up in the.
fuck yeah.
Yeah. What are you Irish now? What are you
Well,
Irish?
I'm up. Well, do you
What the
see?
fuck is this? What
Do you see the
I
ginger?
was gonna say there's lots of ginger. Over
Yeah. What you got? No soul?
Mhm.
Got
Little
no
bit.
soul?
A little
yeah?
bit.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay.
I'm partial.
All
I mean,
right.
I'm a strawberry blonde, so I mean, like technically, it's like partial. Like I got part of a soul, don't I?
I don't know. Maybe does
Kind
that
of.
even count?
Mm,
Does that count?
I don't know. I'd have to. We'd have to do a vote on that.
God damn it!
Well, let's do a vote, and I vote yes.
Yeah, me too.
Sure. I guess it has something to do. Yeah. Be careful. Okay. You're
Yeah.
gonna knock over the drink. You're gonna knock over the lights, and then we're gonna have to buy a new computer.
Oh yeah.
Don't want to do that, do we?
That's why I'm putting that way over there.
Yeah.
Makes it my fault.
I'll thank them again. Sarah, Suzanne, Rebecca
Yes.
for chipping in. Again, I always say, I don't tell people what to do. This is all on your own discretion. If you want to support the show in that manner, you can go ahead and do so by doing super chats and stars. Stars on Facebook, super chats on YouTube. But if you want to spend some cash, my best thing to say is my huge suggestion is to go buy yourself something nice from the TME shop. I'm not,
Buy the merch.
yeah,
I
get,
mean,
get you some shirts or something. You know what I'm saying?
I still need to get like
what are you gonna do?
the M-Balm hoodie. The it's like it's not in the season. It's like
No.
I want it like buy it like during the season. And
Yeah,
it's like
the season is the reason. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Rebecca's on actually. She says, shout out to the best podcast in the ROC. We are humbled. We are appreciative. We do our best here. We want to make sure that we're,
yeah.
doing the best we can.
We love all the people that support us and like watch us or like even like put whatever effort they want support into the show. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, the best thing you can do, honestly, is it's free of charge. Share, like, follow, subscribe. That's honestly the most we ask of anybody. If you can do so, it's free. We're not going to ask anybody else to do anything else, but free of charge. Share the stuff, like all that good stuff. The algos be algoing. I'm sure people aren't aware of that we're on. So I don't know. We post things that say, hey, we're live. And once you say anything like that, Facebook goes, nah, we're not going to post that.
They're bringing.
Well,
they're
it's
weird.
kind of like our job too. I mean, I could like post my take a picture of all of us and link the
Link in bio. Remember
link in
those?
bio and
Do those
just,
even
like-
work anymore? Do those
I don't
even
know.
does it even matter?
It's weird what. So
It's not good. What virgin?
some things I post reaches, and then other things I post, it's
Yeah.
like crickets, and you're like, nah,
Yeah.
that doesn't even make sense.
If you post something that riles people up and divides the society, then it'll blast. It'll blast off.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, when you have all the racists and all that other stuff blasting off in your comments, you get a whole bunch
It's
of
not good.
interaction, engagement. Yeah.
Mm.
But when you post something nice and wholesome or something of quality, Facebook goes, no, we're not doing that. No, we don't want your post on there. Get it off of there. We want more racism. We want more hate.
We want more homophobia.
Yeah, well, basically, it's kind of what they kind of tender to. Rebecca
Honestly,
says,
I just don't give a shit.
well, I just, it's kind of demoralizing when you have all these things happen all the time.
Ain't that the truth?
Rebecca says, I have almost one of everything in the merch, so I wanted to help you out. You didn't ask for anything but support of the show. You deserve it. Well, we do our best,
I appreciate that.
We really do. And
You're awesome.
we're going to do our best to come out with some more merch. I have some ideas. It's, it gets crazy.
I want
with
to do some like
designs, but-
do some like modeling with like the
You're gonna model?
dark arts or like
Yeah.
the M-Balm like merch with
Yeah.
like what we did for
Yeah.
in our Mother Rucker
Yeah.
videos.
Austin's got the face for radio.
He does.
So
He does. It's fancy.
doesn't even realize what I just said.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Hey, fuck you.
Just kidding, man.
Just joking.
Love you guys.
Annalise says, boy, miss you all so much. Austin with all the hearts. So Austin's here.
Yeah.
Andrea, she says, yeah.
Hello.
Well, we're trying to get back on track. So if you want and if you can, I know Andrea, or I'm sorry, Andrea's sitting right here. Annalise shared our stuff. So, I mean, she shared that the post was going to happen. And so I got to say, that stuff helps. Let people know. Let people know what's up, The kiddo is about to go on the swing set, I can tell. So that's going to be fun for him. I'm glad
Aw.
I'm glad that that's going to happen. He loves that new swing set.
Hey,
Hey.
no, I was looking out the window and I was
Yeah.
looking out the playground. I was like,
Listen.
okay, cool question. Do
Yep.
you guys remember when we were like kids? And
Nope.
Do you remember the?
Not at all.
Fuck you.
By the way, guess what? Go to the mbalmeffect.com. Have fun with
Throw
that.
something
You can
at
get
us.
the merch
Damn,
on there.
I want to
cut 'em
fucking
right
throw
off.
my drink at him, but that's alcohol
Subscribe.
abuse.
Hit the bell. See that, Austin? Look at that. You like that, huh?
Anything-
Call to action, right? CTA, little CTA action.
Anything I can throw at is very expensive, and I do not want to do that. And plus, it's alcohol abuse, and I don't want to ruin my phone.
Do we need to see it again?
Well,
Oh wait, by the
and-
way,
and-
TME 2026 hoodies available now. Still $34.99.
Will you let me finish, motherfucker?
No, it's no. Mother Rucker. Okay.
Mother Rucker. Okay.
That's- yes,
Listen, Mother
yes.
Rucker. Okay.
We
no.
will be talking about Mackenzie Shirilla today, by the way, and other various topics too. Austin, go ahead.
Am I allowed?
Are you allowed? Of course, you're allowed. Why not?
Can you?
Okay.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm waiting for you to interrupt.
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you to talk.
Motherfucker.
Waiting for you to talk.
The
Hello?
tension right
you
now
guys.
is
No, you guys
ridiculous.
were talking about like the playground set. Do you remember like when we were kids, and you remember the
The YouTuber who had an abortion with his girlfriend. We're going to talk about that as well. That baby will not be playing on a swing set.
The build up is crazy.
But yes, the
Oh,
build up
yeah.
is
Let me
crazy.
finish,
Let's
damn
fap
it.
and splooge this comment.
I was talking about the
Yeah.
the wooden castle. Looking,
Oh,
like,
God,
playground
yes.
When we were kids.
I
I
remember
didn't
those.
have I didn't have the wooden one.
You didn't have any wood?
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
No wood?
There was
No,
one when we were.
hey, I'm from the era of it doesn't matter yet. We don't know if it's poison. Just build it. And so mine was some form of metal.
It was mine was just wood and it was like wood and like the slides were like fucking hot as balls when the summer came.
Oh yeah, you burn your legs. You get
Yup.
some third-degree burns. It's
Oh
not some-
yeah, no, it was like you could cook eggs and like hot dogs and like bacon on that bitch.
Back in the 4 seconds of my life that
Yeah.
I could do the monkey bars, I got stung
Ooh.
in my windpipe by a wasp. It
Oh,
was
I hate
great.
wasps.
I broke
good.
Flew right under there, and immediately,
bro-
what do?
I broke my
Wrap
wrist.
it like an idiot.
I broke my wrist when I falling off the monkey bars.
I have
Oh.
never broken a bone.
I gotta say, same dislocated, but not
Damn,
broken.
I'm the first one.
And the last one. Rebecca says, one of my best friends is a DJ on Rochester radio station. Awesome Austin definitely has a face and voice for radio.
Yes.
Aw, thank you.
Austin. Austin 3.
Appreciate that so much.
Austin 3. No, not 316. Austin 420. There you go.
Yeah. Austin.
Yes, let's go.
Annalise says, "Come on, y'all. Yeah, we're trying our best here. You know, we got to get back into the rhythm of things. Things are happening and things are crazy, and it's summertime almost here. Isn't it summer tomorrow? Isn't it tomorrow? Or is it the 22nd?
Yeah,
Is
first
that-
day.
is that
Yeah, first day of summer is
official?
tomorrow.
Yeah. Rebecca once says, "Can we talk about all the potholes in Rochester?" Yeah, let's talk about how bad they are.
Listen,
I thought she was out there. Okay,
Listen, I
I
could do
thought
a-
our lovely
I
governor,
could take a-
Queen
I could
Elizabeth
take a deep
III,
dive into one of those potholes.
Hochul, was out there doing the work with her little hat and her little vest on with the road workers. Why are the potholes still there?
I could take a hot ass jacuzzi in one of those fucking potholes. Okay,
Dude, I might just bring a pothole home, put it in the backyard.
Weird. So I've seen some random ones filled, but not all of them.
Yeah, the
I
major
don't
ones at Raker Car,
understand.
those are still out there.
No, there was a really sizable one on
Sizable.
441 and
Seismic shift.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
and
Like,
that
I mean,
one
like,
magically got filled one day.
don't get me wrong. Like winter, like, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, especially like during the winters,
And I get
like
it.
when we get like all the water, the ice, the, black ice and all that shit. Like, it's shit. But like,
It's very fun when you drive through one and you just hear that loud bang and then you hear something like snap.
My daughter had to replace a tire.
God damn.
Yeah.
remember your birthday?
Yeah, the casino.
Yeah, the roads when I went through the back door, like the back way, and
Back
He
just
likes the
door.
back door.
yeah, I was just gonna say the
Likes
back
that.
door. No, I went through
Likes
the back
himself some backdoor
way.
action.
Same thing.
That back road.
No, I went through the back roads and to the city, and let me tell you something. Half the roads from your city, halfway through the city itself, it was all encased in ice. Braking was in what? No, literally,
Really?
like, yeah, no, like the roads were
Yikes.
so like.
Well, they don't really pay attention to They don't give a shit they get to a certain point and then they're like, fuck the rest
Exactly.
of the people.
up with that?
No. Oh yeah, no. Like there needs to be like for like certain areas, like certain areas. There, no,
dysfunction.
it needs to fucking salt the roads. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
Toxic piece of shit.
Toxic piece of shit.
When I lived
Could you please repeat?
Wow.
My question to you, Austin, is this. You ready?
Do you want it hot?
Oh, no.
Don't bring my mother into this.
God dang it.
I'm just saying, it's nice and hot out
Do
these
not
days.
bring my mother into this.
And when
okay.
you crash your wheel hub and all that stuff into the nice pothole, and you have like a $500 to $1,000 job ready to go because you smashed into a pothole with your fucking wheels. I mean, those fucking rims bending. I've had a rim bend one time. Not fucking fun and not cheap.
He's
Yeah,
had his
no.
rim bent.
Yes.
No,
Little rim job.
I
Nothing
have
wrong
not,
with that.
but knock on
Listen.
wood. I hope that doesn't happen. But
Don't want it.
So
fuck
the
that
only
shit.
thing that we can be thankful for is that we don't have the addition of like cliffside ditches.
Yeah, look at fucking.
Like,
What-
look
this-
at fucking Colorado and like fucking Denver. Like that's a.
Last weekend I went through a section of Pennsylvania.
We have a Canadian on here? I'm sorry.
Oh, we do.
What disaboot? Well, there's nothing wrong with our Canadian friends. So let's just
You know
clarify.
what?
New listener, I'm sure. First person probably to see this. But yeah, we talk about everything. Okay.
Yeah.
But today we will be talking about Mackenzie Shirilla, that whole ordeal,
Yeah.
the car crash, the documentary. I want to talk about the documentary as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
Not just the incident, but I have a little problem with some of the documentary.
Okay. All right.
But we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the McJuggerNugger. I don't know, the guy who had an abortion with his girlfriend
Oh
recently.
yeah.
We're gonna talk about that.
remember
So that's what this episode's gonna be about. But we like to discuss what's
Banter at
happening.
First.
Yeah, well, we got to do the opening,
Yeah.
Of course.
because a lot of the Rebecca says rim job. Yeah, well, that's what Rochester's all about. Rebecca, is rim jobs. We do a lot of rim jobs. You know why we're doing a lot of rim jobs? Is because we're rock hard. ROC hard. We're rock hard, harder than anybody else in this country, and that's why we like the rim jobs.
Absolutely, don't we?
With potholes.
With potholes.
In the
Yeah,
potholes.
no, but like the potholes.
Bam, wham, wham, wham.
So the section that I went to in Pennsylvania
Jesus
was near
fuck.
like Corning. Like we passed like Corning and
Yeah.
Dansville and all that. You know what I mean?
Dansville.
And
Corning
so-
Glass Museum.
And then, but the back roads out there, you find gigantic potholes, but also the ditches you could roll over about 15 times in before
I
you
can
get to the
imagine
bottom.
so.
I know.
I mean,
I know what you're talking about. I've seen them, and they're awful. You go off them ledges, it's over.
Well,
Into
you
those
also-
ditches, you're gonna be hurt or dead.
Dude.
Well, you also got to understand like the landscape of New York. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like it's like the southern tier is basically mostly just a plateau. I mean, like it's just it's a big flat like just hill. It's just nothing but hills. But like, yeah, you know you can go off and it's just like there's a 50-foot ditch like right beside you.
Well,
it's
and
like,
then you're
no.
looking up ahead, and all you can see are 5 mountainous hills filled with just trees. And
Yeah.
maybe like one clearing with like
One clearing.
a section of telephone fucking poles. Who had that job?
Somebody.
People
Should have got a lot of money.
and
That's
peop-
all.
and people don't understand like yeah,
I'm
literally.
like, imagine if you broke down. Who
not
fucking
good.
You also
roll
gotta
down a
understand-
hill, end up on somebody's roof?
I was gonna say like yeah, that's true. Like you gotta understand like our like even our landscape. I mean like we're
yeah.
near the lake. We're near like Genesee, the river and the like all
I
that
hate
stuff.
going over
We
any of
are
that.
in a swampland.
Yeah,
Technically, like this is all
wet.
swamp.
Wet stuff.
Yeah, so it's like yeah, no,
I don't-
like
But I don't do bridges. I don't like them. I
No.
don't like them. And
I don't
when
like
I'm
going
on
over
'em,
the bridges either,
my
especially
point
when they're like
is to get to the
400
other
foot drop.
Yeah, well, I don't like seeing brake lights on bridges. To me, it's like, no, it's you go as fast as you can to get to the other side.
Yeah.
And I'm letting you know that I'm already planning an escape route. If I start feeling the ground rumble, I'm ramming certain cars out of my fucking way to try to make it to the other side.
You're out of there.
Oh my God, I was changing lanes depending on shit.
Are you gonna like
Dylan's just closing his eyes. I'm like, you son of a.
Are you
like,
gonna like break through the freaking
I would've.
gate
Yeah.
and then just like go through the ramp and then just jump over the like make a
I've seen too many natural disaster.
Wow!
Mm-mm. Nowadays, you get too much exposure
Yeah.
to videos of other people barely living through things, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I would have shit myself and died in 4 seconds.
You want to do the
They're
freaking
like, they clung to a tree for 17 hours, and you're like, damn.
you want to do
got
like the
some
Dixie
balls.
Dukes and just like go over the bridge and just
Yeah.
The,
Crash your car into a bridge like
Oh,
that
yeah.
song.
the worst was
crash
I was with my kids.
I don't care. Okay, sorry.
You're going to hell now and copyright.
And you're gonna get us copyright infringements.
Fuck!
God damn it.
Rebecca says, "Hey, M-Balm, let's all say hello to Linda Nordquist. She's on. Hello, Mama Linda. Love you,
Hello.
Hi,
Mama
Linda.
Nordquist. Thank you for showing up. I mean, hey, listen, we love Nordquist family, and we know they're going through some trying times. So just, everybody be respectful in the chat. It's, we always say that, so it's always good.
That's
But
a lot.
I got you guys.
yeah, how's
Well,
how's
hello.
everybody feeling these days? I mean, how's everybody been? It feels like it's been a while. Don't do that. Come on, what is this? What are you doing?
I've been stressed.
Same.
I
bro,
get
It's
it.
just
same.
like no, it's just like I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just it's been a rough week and it's just like with work and all that stuff, but I'm making by as much as I can.
Yeah.
I'm in survival mode
Survival
at
mode.
this point.
Mhm.
I was in survival mode yesterday.
Yeah.
I was in survival mode yesterday. One of the worst things that could possibly happen happened on a Friday night. So we went to my sister's house and we're gonna have some dinner. We usually get together. We try to get together on Fridays, and we ordered a pizza. And we get this pizza.
Oh yeah, no, you told me this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
We get this pizza. I don't know if I should say the name or not, but we get the pizza and we all start eating it, and everyone else starts saying it tastes earthy. I go, huh?
Oh no.
I go, so usually when somebody says that something tastes soft like that, I go, I don't taste it. So I took a bite of the pizza. I'm like, okay, let's test this out. So you taste the sauce, you taste the cheese, a little pep, and then you start chewing on it, and you're like, something ain't right around here. This starts to taste like fucking soil from a garden. And then it starts to taste like mildew from a basement.
Oh no.
And then your night is ruined. So, yeah, that was fun. Has anybody ever had that before? I'm curious.
Like, did you there with
Not
no
from-
visual?
No visual, nothing. No, it
Not
looks-
from the
looks-
same,
look
not
normal.
from the same branch, like not from the same company, but like if there are places that are very, they do not take care of their, like they don't.
Stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're not like saying, hey, the food is tasting funny. You need to go check on the freezer. You need to check on like
This
there
must
might be moldy or
Yeah.
there might be mold and shit like that. You would think that is like a highly concern, especially in the health department. Like,
Well, come to find out, this my sister and her family had ordered this same place. We've ordered there before, never had a problem. They ordered a week ago, had the same issue. So whatever's going on there has just started.
management. It's got to be something about.
I don't know,
management.
but I'll tell you what.
Well,
This is what
they're
happens
not
when you don't
cleaning
take care of the.
equipment well.
That's what Kat said
Cleaning
too.
equipment well, or they're not detecting, what certain like issues is like.
Well, but so if it's a pop, okay, so because we're gonna leave the name out, but is it like
I'll leave the
some
name
place
out.
that you would say is decently popular that
Yes.
they have a
yeah, it's
they
a
shouldn't
local- it's a
even if
local-
like one item was for some reason you would think they'd be out of the product by the next week.
you want me to
and
tell you,
things
like,
would taste better?
Do you want me to whisper it to you in your ear?
Oh,
and,
no.
like,
I'll just say it starts with an M, and that's all you can do.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we all know from Rochester what that is.
Yeah.
But I will say I don't want to
And
say
their-
it because it's
their
not
food
the
is not that
brand's
bad,
fault.
too.
Right,
The
it's not
brand
the
of
brand.
the
It
store
might be
itself.
the location.
This location particular, because we actually ended up ordering from another location. It was spot on the way it should have been,
Right.
and better than that. So
Something's going
yes.
on there specific.
Yes.
What sucks is sometimes
Rebecca
it's a-
says,
a
"No, I stick to
franchise.
Salvatore's pizza."
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes
love
it's a
Salvatore's,
franchise
too.
and sometimes it's not.
The
I
bullshit
lo-
wasn't supposed to happen.
She's a talk slut.
Hey,
Talk
listen,
slut.
Salvatore's is so good, but like, yeah, no.
I do like what's that blue cheese chocolate or not chocolate? What the fuck am I saying? Chicken wing pizza.
Yeah,
What
no.
is that one? It's good. I like it.
Yeah, no, I've had their chicken wing
chicken wing
pizza. So
Yeah,
good.
it's good
But
shit.
Yeah, no, it's just
Buffalo
like it
chicken.
really depends on the location. I mean, like
Mama
shoot.
Nordquist says they need Gordon Ramsay to intervene. I agree. Get his
Yeah.
ass in there right now.
Yeah.
Austin will do it. He'll be the new Gordon Ramsay.
Wait, what about the bar boss or whatever?
John Taffer.
Yeah, you
Austin
know
will be the
exactly
pizza
what I'm
boss.
Oh
talking
my
about.
god, that guy! I wanted to sock it. My ex loved watching that show, so we would watch. I mean, it was the concept was
But
cool,
he was,
but
yeah, no, we need
jeez.
that guy. No, we need that guy back for like shit like that. Like, nah, that's not right.
We need to have you in. There's the pizza boss.
the
The dash man comes in. He fucking he tell because he's a poopity poppity. You know what I'm
well,
saying?
I mean, so it definitely
half of me
can't.
is, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I definitely be like poopity boppity boppity boopity bippity boppity.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah, so something.
the fuck is what did you
can't.
do?
Oh yeah.
Something isn't being stored right,
No.
or equipment isn't being.
Do you think the help gives a shit?
Mm-mm.
Do you think the employees over there
Well,
give a
listen,
damn?
if it
They never
depends.
do.
It depends.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Like if they eat it themselves,
Yeah. of
I'd be
course.
like, this tastes like shit right now. Something's going
If
on.
there, someone is eating there themselves, like, see, those are the kind of employees you want to eat. If they
Wait,
know the food is
what?
good.
Those are the kind of employees you want to eat. That's amazing.
Sorry. I mean, the employees you want to hire.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Rebecca says, "Where did you order from, or did you dumpster dive?" Well, she already called it out on here, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. She
still,
said it.
yeah.
That's the
It's
that's
got a catchy-
the
well,
assumption,
so
It
right?
has a
it's got to
ca-
be one
Allegedly.
specific
It has a
location.
catchy jingle. How about that?
Yes. Please patronize Salvatore's. They
Do,
give
do,
me
do,
3
do,
sheet
do,
pizzas every
do,
week for the
do,
homeless
do,
mission, and
do,
Soccer
do,
Sam
do,
won't take
do,
my
do,
money.
do.
Yeah, that's. I gotta say.
Talk slut.
I will say.
Talk slut.
Yes, talk slut. But I will say. That's awesome that they do that.
That's
You know,
fantastic.
that's awesome that Salvatore's and Soccer Sam
well,
do
and they're
that. That's amazing.
consistent. They're just consistent, and they seem to care about the community.
Well, that's
Can
what
I
you
be-
need.
Can I be a little bit of a talk love about
Oh,
one
here we go.
particular?
Oh, here we go. Here we
pizza-
are.
Well, go on. What is it?
Get ready,
We're ready.
Pontillos.
Talk slut.
Listen, where?
Talk slut.
Henrietta.
Yeah, she's a talk slut.
Okay,
Talk slut.
that's the correct answer.
I was gonna say because that's the one I grew up on.
That's
like,
the one?
eating, yeah.
I feel like it's gone.
Or
I don't know if it's-
Chile.
I don't know
Chile
if
was
it's gone.
Chile is not bad, but like
me
Henrietta
some
was like
Pete's.
my
Penfield
favorite.
Some good
was
za.
Penfield was hot garbage, and
Hot
and
garbage?
that was exactly why that
Oh,
location
hot garbage.
closed
Yeah,
down.
like
This is-
Penfield Hots. Yeah.
No,
Penfield
Sorry.
Hot.
no, I'm saying that Penfield used to have a Pontillo's location, and their fucking pizza was hot garbage.
I'm
It
sorry.
was burnt. Every time you got it, it was fucking burnt. And
Never mind.
that location closed down, and that's why it closed down.
Is that what happened?
I'm sorry.
I feel like it
I'm
is.
sorry. No, the
Because
Henrietta.
it's not like there's tons of huge. There's
Yeah.
in Penfield we've got Mark's.
There's
You
there's
know,
one
you know,
in Chile.
you know who would have enjoyed
Chile
that?
and Henrietta I've been to, and the Chile one is actually pretty decent.
Henrietta
but the
always
Henrietta
was
was
banging.
hot. The Henrietta one was fucking always hot.
You
Oh
know who
my
would have
gosh.
enjoyed that pizza?
Hmm.
That girl that came to our apartment that one time.
Oh.
She would have enjoyed it.
I kind of was like, is he gonna go? Is he-
She would have enjoyed
No,
it.
you would go there, you motherfucker.
She would have enjoyed it. She would have enjoyed that.
All right.
You know? This is the song about that time at the apartment
Jesus.
where Austin brought this girl over and she ate all the pizza. It's a true story.
I'm not gonna
Look,
listen to it.
she walked in like a whirlwind,
I'm not
spinning plates. Austin's friend with a hunger that couldn't wait. Pepperoni passion, the mozzarella crab.
She was a mad
She got
user,
piece of
honestly.
grease running
Like,
through her
all she
veins.
did was just
stole
like
my
just use
slice,
me and shit.
stole my
Like, nah.
soul. Let me staring at an empty bowl. Piece of grease in her veins, oh she's alive. Still in crust to make her thrive. She don't care about your hunger pain. She needs piece of grease, piece of grease in her vein, piece of grease in her vein. She grabbed a deep dish, left no crumbs, even took my breadsticks. Where's she from? The sauce bandit, cheese filled rain. This girl's got a piece of grease pumping through her veins. She ate the last bite, left the box bare. Garlic knots vanished, I just stood there.
People be like that, you know? I mean, I've not met a woman that was actually decent, okay? So I'm sorry.
I'm talking about him making this fucking song. I'm not talking
That's
about-
what she's
I'm not
talking
talking about your relationship mistakes. I can't talk shit.
I mean,
Holy
both
shit.
are correct. Not gonna
I
lie.
literally can't even get divorced because I can't find him to do it.
It's because he doesn't have pizza grease in his veins.
No, he's got crack in him.
God damn, that
That's even
skyrocketed.
worse.
That skyrocketed from 0 to a million.
I'd rather have had the pizza.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks. I'd rather.
Get the
I
pizza
would-
tracks.
I would rather have eaten all my pizza.
But no, it was funny because we had an old co-host.
Lying.
We had an old co-host
No,
and his
I-
girlfriend that came
I know
over,
you ain't lying, but
and
damn.
they put their dishes down with the pizza on it, and she scarfed them up too.
That is a level of I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, was she high? I can't remember that part of the story.
Yeah, we were both like high.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I've gotten super.
I mean, I've been high
stupid
too. I've been high
stoned,
too.
But I've never been so stupid stoned that I've literally eaten off of somebody else's.
Have you seen the
plate
weight of that
I'm not
bitch? Yeah, I
fucking-
mean, like, it would make sense, but
like maybe you. I could see her being like, we smooch. I'm gonna eat all your fucking pizza.
I mean, we fucked. I mean, we fucked,
the
but
random
like, yeah,
friends. But the
Was it
random
greasy?
friends is super.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it?
probably.
Did you smell pepperoni in there?
I
a
didn't.
little bit? Yeah.
I was-
Did you really?
No.
Listen, just my
I'm
hypothetical.
Is that-
fucking with
that-
you right now.
Is that marinara down there? What's going on down here? Oh
Why
wait.
does it smell so cheesy?
Oh
We
no.
didn't need actual facts, all right?
We didn't-
I was just.
well, we're a
making
truthful we're a truthful
hypothetical
podcast, Andrea.
scenario.
Okay, we're truthful people. Here.
All right. Well, okay. So either way, I'm saying
Yeah.
that I can see people in a relationship possibly stealing food from one another, but I've never ever watched an instance other than like two dudes who are friends and they're being, like they're doing dick
Yeah.
friend shit where like one will grab the other person's food and cram the whole thing in their
Oh.
mouth. You ever seen?
No, I haven't seen.
Oh,
that.
I've seen that. I've
Oh
seen
yeah,
that.
and the dude's just like fucking.
What
That
happened?
was my food.
That's
you know
my
what I mean?
son.
Yeah, oh
Like,
yeah, no, it's just like
well,
the people, like I said, like
That's
just
like a
some people
bully
just
friendship.
Yeah, no, some people just don't give a fuck, and then are
She
just like
didn't.
using people for other
okay.
reasons. It's like, it's
It's
just
alright.
mostly my like the reason why I'm still single, and it's just like I'm dealing with like my personal shit. It's just like
Let's get some pizza.
I'm just done with people. Honestly, it's just like
some
I
pizza.
need to love myself and just be like, no, I don't.
Like
I
Bitcoin.
deserve better.
Stop.
I'm gonna throw these fucking glasses at you,
I'm
bastard.
trying to be. I am trying to be a thoughtful friend and listen, and I can't.
Yeah,
do
no,
that
you can't
with
because
your
this motherfucker
elevator
is just trying to be a
commentary.
dick. I know this man's gonna be a dick about it. Fuck you, and I
It's
love
love.
you.
It's his.
I
love.
know.
It's
I know.
his love
No, I
for
know
you.
it's his love. That's why I love him so much. That's why I say fuck you, but I will say this: I love you.
You can make some money.
Fuck you.
He's using
I'm
his
gonna
easy
fucking
radio
hate
voice.
I know exactly what he's doing, you asshole.
I'm not doing anything. I'm
Oh,
just reading comments over here.
bullshit.
I'm just reading comments, Austin. It says, Mama Norquist said, Kayla's at Pride by her house, and somebody recognized her from up my way. We live an hour from each other. It's about time people in Minnesota know Sam's story. And she said it was a catchy tune, by the way.
That's funny as fuck.
You like that
That's
tune,
awesome.
huh?
Well,
We can
I'm
play it
glad
again. We
that
can play some more. We got other ones, too, about
that
Austin's
more
car getting
knowledge is
stolen.
getting out.
And the one...
Fucking hate you.
And the one lady that I saw that slept on a treadmill from a past job, I made
That
there's
was
a song about that.
funny.
We made a song about that.
That was funny.
I mean, that was a wild story.
That was funny.
Yeah. You know, I wonder if speaking of wild stories, I wonder if somebody like Mackenzie Shirilla likes pizza, you know? So let's dive into Mackenzie Shirilla. I think this is a very honest time about it. So before we do that, I got to ask your opinion on this. What did you think of the Crash documentary? Did you watch it, Austin?
I did not.
No?
I was gonna say
Andrea did.
Austin probably did.
I
I'm
don't
always,
because I don't have the stream and I just
Well,
do
you
I-
do more lighthearted shit to try. You know what I mean?
well yeah because it's like my
Life is dark enough.
yeah exact
Whereas,
thank you
Whereas I'm like, let me go look for all of the tragedy
Yeah,
and make
Listen.
myself more upset.
Listen, my job is literally having to deal with fucking court paperwork.
Yeah, that's good.
People that victims
You
of
like that?
yeah victims of fucking rape and fucking sex offenders and minors and shit like that. Like yeah, no, life is fucking dark. Yeah, I'm going to be fucking like I need some lighthearted shit because
So if anybody doesn't know
Yeah.
already, Mackenzie Shirilla, she's the Ohio woman convicted of intentionally crashing her Toyota Camry into a brick building in Strongsville, Ohio. Just if you watch that documentary, it's pretty wild. But I feel like there's things that I saw and I'm just like,
I actually had a Camry actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
So she killed her boyfriend Dominic Russo, who was 20 years old, and their friend Davion Flanagan, who was 19. The crash happened around 5:30 a.m. on July 31st, 2022, and Shirilla was 17 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the case was transferred out of juvenile court and was tried in adult court. And obviously, that's where all the documentary kind of led into all of that. You know,
That shit is just there. That is a list of shit that you do not want to get into as well.
well, the documentary even states that, and I think we already knew this, but she was going well over 100 miles per hour. Okay. There was no signs of her braking.
Nope.
There was no signs
Oh
of
my
any of that happening.
God.
No.
So think about being in that car, right?
Dude.
Think about this. The girl that ate all the pizza, right? Say she had a grudge against you, Austin, and you're in the car with her and she's driving and she starts flooring it on a fucking, on a street, on a road that's going towards a building, and you know that you're in imminent danger. What do you do?
Why do you think I'm the one that's like always like behind the wheel? It's like I'd rather have control.
You know what I would do, Austin? I'd offer a slice. I'd offer a slice.
No, I'd be like, get the fuck
Slow
out of
down.
the car.
Slow down. We'll get a slice, honey.
I'd
Okay.
be like, I'd
Slow down. Get a slice.
Well,
I'd be like, get the fuck out of my car. You're stranded. Like, go fuck yourself. And I'm.
But realistically,
driving
what
off.
do you do when you're going at a
Fuck
top
yourself.
speed of 80 to 100 miles per hour? I mean, there's really not much options there.
the kid in the back seat tried to make a call.
Davion, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
So-
probably trying to call for help.
Yeah.
And it was like what 5 something in the morning that he called. This happened,
Yeah. If
Like,
you're
it
driving.
was, I don't think he managed
The
to
only you
finish
can do
it.
is
Like
just,
they
like,
could tell that he
de-escalate.
was trying to.
The only thing you can do is just de-escalate the situation as much as you can. But if there's no situation when it gets like,
Yeah.
when you see something, when you hear someone like.
Well,
putting
I
a
mean,
pedal
you
to
got to
the
put your
metal,
fucking
like,
seatbelt on and brace yourself. But I don't think either.
Or-
I don't know if either boy
or-
did that.
unlock the door and just be like tuck and roll.
So with this documentary and every other
I know
documentary,
that sucks, but it's like that's the best way you could do is just tuck and roll.
I don't know, man. At 100 miles
hate
per hour,
No, not at 100, but it's like
that's
when you know
that's a done deal.
when you know situations about to like get intense and it's
Escalate.
just like escalate.
so
it's like
So the problem is because I can't
especially
remember
at a
how long-
stoplight, tuck and roll.
Yeah, well, so the problem is I don't know if anybody realized.
Before they get on the highway, just like tuck and
No,
roll.
you were saying that they didn't realize
Because
until
when
it
they
was
turned
happening.
the corner, she was still driving casual.
And controlled. Because initially they thought, was she under the influence of a substance?
Drugs.
Right.
yeah, no.
But
toxicology said nah.
nope. Toxicology said no.
No.
But, watching the security camera footage from all those roads and whatnot, seeing her turn, and it was a calculated turn. It wasn't like an erratic turn or anything.
No.
She had a control of the car. Everything was just business as usual.
I feel like there could be a mixed, like a chemical like imbalance, and when in her, like, if she was taking like a mental patient and was like taking like the wrong amount of like dosage for a drug, can make them crazy, can make them like lose their mind and lose their shit.
This is her there. This is the scene from body cam footage there, but this is her in court crying because of everything going on. Mackenzie Shirilla, if you ask me, she's obviously got a lot of problems, okay? So the crash itself, let's talk about that. According to prosecutors and court records, Shirilla had turned onto Progress Drive, accelerated to roughly 100 miles per hour, drove through a business sign, and hit the Piltco building. The car's event data recorder showed the accelerator was fully pressed and the brakes was not applied before impact. Investigators also found no vehicle defects that caused the crash.
She did it on purpose, and that's the thing too. Like with like certain drugs or certain like, I say certain drugs, and I'll mean that like as like drugs like like methamphetamines and like heroin, like all the illegal shit. No, they're not looking for that. They're not looking for like the shit that like we are given like legally by doctors, by like pharmaceuticals and all that shit. All the people that like that are giving us like all these pills and shit like that, for people that are going through some like hard shit, that are like that have like bipolar, that are going through like ADHD, autism, or whatever, like people that have like certain drugs, certain like medications, is like you never know what you're gonna get. You never know like how the state of mind that they're gonna get, especially the PTSD. Like you don't know their backstory, you don't know what they're going through.
No.
And not just because of like, oh well, and everyone thinks like, oh, PTSD is just only for war. No, it ain't.
No.
It's like there's also CPTSD, which is childhood like abuse, and like that's childhood PTSD. That doesn't mean like that like even like my therapist has said, like you can actually have PTSD as a child if you grew up in a very tough life.
100%.
And it's just like it fucks people up, and it's just like you don't understand when people are unmedicated and they're not treated like or well, I'm saying not treated, but like people that are not seeking therapy, that are not taking care of themselves, it goes unchecked. People act like this, and then if they're acting irrational, and then next thing you know, people
This happens.
Yeah,
it's sad. 2 people lost their lives. People lost their family members.
Did you see the reaction? It's like, I don't know if that's crocodile tears or that's like someone literally regretting exactly.
You're not getting all the.
No.
There's a. He has a lot more information.
No,
to tell
I
you.
understand that. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what it looks like to me.
Like that you can't tell the difference.
I can't, and that's the tism in me. So
this is where they said that both Russo and Flanagan died at the scene. So we know that. Obviously, she survived it. I don't know how she survived it, but she did.
She was fucked up though.
Yes, she was.
She was her body was thoroughly.
So the prosecution's case
something in that
was built around intent. I mean, they argued this was not reckless driving gone wrong, but a deliberate act. Think about that.
So she literally like she was a psychopath and basically was just like
I'm gonna kill us all. That's how it's seeming.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Definitely. I'm just saying that as someone who is going through therapy, who is trying to heal themselves, who is going through shit. That's someone who is being unchecked, and that is someone who needs therapy and who needs a lot of it.
Yeah.
It may be intense therapy, but yeah.
It says key pieces.
If you're going to kill like people like in your lives, no, that's I mean, yeah, that looks like, I mean, like seeing it from other people's perspective and like whatever information you guys got, I say like it's either like an act of like it could be either so many directions. It could be an act of like, I was under an influence or the drugs weren't like kicking in, or I was doing it intentionally because this person hit me and I just lost control.
I don't think that happened, but I get what you're saying. It says key pieces included the black box data, surveillance video, lack of braking, no mechanical failure, and relationship evidence involving Shirilla and Russo. There was a lot of problems that happened in the relationship, as we saw in the documentary, right? So
see, there it is.
So from what I understand, he was trying to end the relationship, but she was always trying to make sure that she held on to him. She was a clinger on her.
That's
she wanted to make sure. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of things. Ultimately, what I took away from this documentary was, even as a child to her age now, her parents never held her accountable.
Oh,
the father was like, "Oh, I know if Mackenzie is lying to me. I know my daughter." Bullshit.
That's why she's going unhelped in the therapy department, because
that makes more sense.
Her parents are like, she's not doing it.
Yeah, no, that makes more sense, and that's
her parents are ignorant
right there.
Those are
the mom's real bad.
Yeah, those are some of the most ignorant motherfuckers I've ever seen out there.
Yeah,
Mama Norquist had said, "I did not watch the documentary. Was she trying to kill herself as well? How many was she able to?" How was she able to walk away? That's a good question.
That's because parents don't want to like take like accountability for like their kids' actions and what they've like. It's like, because even their parents are like thinking to themselves like, "What the fuck did we do wrong?" It's like, no,
not these parents. That's not the same. This is
yeah. I got to be honest with you. Like, I don't know if she was trying to kill herself or not.
She won't. She claims to have been blacked out through all of it, so she won't state one way or the other that's what she was trying to do. But you would assume at that speed, and how her body was done, she was just in an instant upset moment of, I'm ending all of this. I don't think she was even thinking about the boy in the back seat.
Nope.
It was just, I do feel like she won't say it, but she didn't give a shit if she lived or died at the moment.
I think so. I think she was committed.
She was going through some shit that personal demons that we don't fucking know, and
if
she's just not doing anything to help herself.
If there was any hesitance in her decision, we would have seen that with braking and the accelerator not being pushed full on. I think her intention was to end everything in that car. Yeah. Everybody and everything.
Yeah.
I don't think she realistically thought she'd come out of it.
Have you guys seen
or any consequence?
Do you guys remember
whether or not it was one way or the other?
I was gonna say, do you guys remember Shutter Island? You remember the plot of that?
Leonardo?
Yes, we've talked about that before.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you remember Shutter Island? It was the one with it was Mark Ruffalo and Leonardo DiCaprio, and it was a movie of basically it was a patient who thought he was like a detective, like trying to do some like police work or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out he's a patient.
I remember that.
And he basically killed his wife, and he was found like, because his kids died, they don't know the full story, and the dude was, basically pleaded the fifth or pleaded like insanity. And they were trying to get the truth out of him, so he was having some hallucinations, and it was basically like, what turns out it was like his wife was clinically insane, killed his 3 kids that they created, and then he killed her by accident.
Spoiler alert, right?
Yeah, and then
damn, I know the movie's been out for a while.
No, the movie's been out for a while. So if it's not spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
We've talked about it on this show before.
Exactly, and then the dude agreed. Like, dude was like pretending.
No, don't do it.
Then the dude like pretended he was still insane, but like he was like, he asked a question that like kind of like hinted the audience that he wasn't clinically insane. He was sane. He finally, broke out of it, but like it was more of like, I do not want to go out as a monster. I want to go out as a man. Like, I want to go out as someone that like that knows the truth of like what happened. And that's basically what happened to him. And it was such a powerful movie.
It was a good movie. So these are the victims here. This is This is both Russo and Flanagan. It's
God
just
rest their souls.
young lives taken for what? This is the question I have to ask, and I ask this every time. Why? Why are lives lost for nothing? These are two kids, as far as I'm concerned. They're not children, but they're kids.
Well,
They're young.
I could think of 7
lives
sins.
ahead of them, both gone for nothing.
I could think of 7 sins that can happen. So
this, to me, when I look at this, and then I see that she's in fucking prison complaining that she has no iPad and that she doesn't like that she's bored. Did you hear all those?
Cry me a fucking river.
Supposedly, she's also having problems, behavioral issues in there,
and denying it,
and getting in trouble.
I would have been like,
so
cry
to
me a fucking river.
That's not like there are different. So I also watched a documentary about the kid who was basically kidnapped by his father at the age of 5, and the father refused to let him out in the public, and it was basically just so that he can hold. Like he couldn't abuse the mom anymore, so this was the fourth. And the kid ended up killing the dad. It's the documentary is called "I Just Killed My Dad."
Yeah,
and that kid, he is all he wants to do is be normal, and he didn't like you haven't heard a little peep about him since. You know what I mean? Like that is a person that was in a horrible situation that made a horrible decision, but it like in the end run, that was their only dumb thing, and that they can move on and be a better person. She doesn't seem to be showing that pattern since the event happened.
Right.
She's not
seems
sorry.
To be more and more like originally after it happened, because she wasn't arrested right away. She's like crutched up, dressing up for Halloween and getting on Instagram with her girlfriends like, yeah, like you just killed your boyfriend and a friend. You know what I mean? Like you're lucky to be alive, and you're out acting like that. It's very like, I know people cope in different ways, but it's like you definitely didn't handle any of that well.
Nope.
But you are still young and stupid.
Oh,
but now since you've been in jail, you're not turning into the meek, perfect prisoner.
No.
What all I expect you to do is get out and act self-entitled and probably do something stupid like drive drunk and kill somebody else by accident, or do some other, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like she feels bad for what she did.
She doesn't. And this is her when
Which
she's
is
in court
a
crying.
bummer.
She's crying some more because, when people get caught for the things that they commit, like the crimes that they commit, and they've killed somebody, when they cry, of course, they totally feel bad about what they did, right? Totally feel bad about it.
Or deflect.
They deflect. I think this, obviously, like you said, crocodile tears. I think she just is sorry that she survived it and got caught and now has to pay the price.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
She's complaining about the tablet and all that. You know what's weird, though? Like, a lot of this, and here's my gripe with the documentary itself. It's not the information they give you. It's what, so the information they give you is pretty much just anybody could. I think at this point, you already know this.
Yeah.
What they didn't tell you is that there is a weird little language that happens between her and her mother. Like, there's like a little made up language that they have made together.
Oh, that they talk. I don't like the mother.
Have you heard those?
Culpable.
Have you heard those phone records?
Frankly,
She starts reeling off some weird gibberish.
There's a
the
difference
mother
between
understands
loving and protecting your child and aiding and abetting. That's weird.
It is weird.
Like if my child made that fucked up mistake, I would be by their side. I get being by your child's side.
Yeah.
I don't get not helping them heal in the proper way. I don't get like crying to the public like she's being treated like shit, like it didn't happen. And it's like there are 2 families out there who never get to see those kids ever again. Those boys don't get to grow up. They don't get to do any of the things that, you know what I mean? Like, is it ideal for your kid to get married in jail? No. But they can do it.
Of course they
Yeah,
can.
that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, so there are still things you can enjoy your child with.
This is her talking to her mother.
It's the one from earlier. I was like,
So basically, she's talking to her mother in a made up language.
What the
Geezer,
fuck?
ich biete nicht mit der Reason Peter was like Isa Weezer. Weezer Pizza Peter. Just don't piss me the fuck up, like.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
That sounds like someone that who's had too much to drink or too much to.
So why?
Well, that's shiesty though, because you know that. Like, why do you need to hide your language on a recorded call unless it's for something shiesty? Because nothing that's recorded on that can be like held against one or the other. It's not like it's directly given to a lawyer.
Because people will think like, oh well.
Well, I mean,
when it becomes like public record, like people will just sit there and say like, anything you say or like will be recorded, and like people will just be like, oh, the phones are recording everything we hear and everything we say, so we're gonna.
This is during a prison call too.
So she just, in general, doesn't want people to be able to judge anything that comes out of her mouth.
Basically,
okay, I didn't think about that.
Oh yeah, no, that's a real thing. It's like when people like become like fucking crazy because like they think FBI is like hearing everything they say, but it's like it's mostly like during like fucking police, like if you're in jail, if you're like convicted of something, and then you're like, yeah, they're gonna listen in to like what you're saying because they'll think like you're either making a deal like for drugs or you're like there's so many things you're doing, like you could be doing, but it's like you think, oh, it's paranoid, but it's like, yeah, because they don't want you to fucking make drug deals through prison.
Yeah.
So
like,
here's why
there's so many fucking reasons why they're like
listening.
Yeah, it's to prevent like fucking more drug deals. That's why.
So here's why prosecutors say it was murder. Okay, it says the prosecution's case was built around intent. They argue this was not reckless driving gone wrong, but a deliberate act. Key pieces included the black box data, surveillance video, the lack of braking. Obviously, we discussed all that stuff. But it says court records say witnesses described Shirilla and Russo's relationship as strained, as I said earlier, in the months leading up to the crash, with arguments, breakups, possessiveness. You know how that goes, right? So that threats, etc., etc. One major piece of testimony involved in a prior July 2022 incident was where Shirilla allegedly said, "I'm going to wreck this car right now," during an argument with Russo. So obviously there was a lot of problems heading into this event. There was a lot of issues that people had noticed. Obviously, her parents didn't give a shit because they weren't really involved with her too much. Obviously, they thought that she was an angel that could do no wrong. We know that there's parents out there today that want to believe that their children can do no wrong, and they will defend them at every cost, saying it's something else, giving it another excuse to why their children are behaving the way they are. We see this, and I will say this with Anna Kepner's case, with this, and I hate the way they word it in their headlines. The baby-faced 16-year-old. Fuck you and your baby face. That guy is the kid. He's a predator. He's a predator who raped and killed his stepsister.
Yeah.
Get him out of here. And he got sent to jail now. Thank you. Bye. Have a good day. See ya.
There's a reason why they look
Bon
baby
voyage.
faced.
Because that kid is a monster. And there's no saving him. Put him away forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's a reason why they look baby faced. It's because they know they can.
But these headlines like to word things so that way you sympathize. Oh, he's young. He didn't mean it.
Why
That's
do you
kind
think
of what
I
they
have
want.
a fucking beard, dude? It's like I know I don't want to get I know I got a baby face. It's like I want to make sure I have a fucking beard.
So it
you
says
don't get mistaken for
exactly
a saucy 12-year-old.
Says prosecutors also pointed to evidence that Russo was considering ending the relationship, as I stated.
Yeah.
For good, which they argued could establish motive. The appeals court later said that evidence of prior threats and conflict were relevant to motive, intent, and lack of accidents.
Cool question to y'all.
Go ahead.
Yeah, do it.
To make another drink or not to make another
Yeah,
drink?
we'll vote
That's
on
the
it. Sure, go ahead. This
Two
you do
votes.
It. You're not driving, so what do I care?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not driving. Here's a defense angle. Okay, this is interesting, right? So let's get to this one. Shirilla's defense has maintained that the crash was not intentional. Of course they'd say that. Her side has pointed to possible medical explanations, including blackout seizure-type arguments and later claims involving a pre-existing condition. But didn't they say that they didn't see any of that happening? Didn't they have medical records?
I don't recall there being any medical record stating that there's proof of that actually happening on more than one occasion.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe her story when it comes to that because it's obvious to me that. So if you black out, right, wouldn't your body just go limp and you wouldn't have that much force on the gas pedal?
For a seizure,
That's a different story.
A seizure, I can understand. Maybe okay, you might
Right.
tense up,
but even in those cases, I don't know if that magnificent of a crash could have happened, even having a seizure. Because I know people who have. My best friend's son has had a seizure driving, and he did get in an accident, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, not to that level. Maybe it depends on the footing or whatever. But quite frankly, there was really no good history of that. I know my daughter has fainting spells, and she goes limp.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like, there's no loosey goosey noodle. They would have slow drifted to the curb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, with her head on the horn or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like something like that, I can understand. Okay, if that was the case, sure. But I don't believe that's the case. There's a lot of evidence that points that this was intentional, and I agree with that.
Well, the only other thing that they were trying to argue, which is that most people said that there was a couple people who had been with them at the last house they were at before,
Yes.
and they said that there was no tension going on, but that doesn't mean that something didn't boil up in the car.
Listen, I've been around people that have had tensions in the relationship, and even being in a relationship, you don't want to advertise that you're having an issue.
Oh, no.
At a party or anything like that.
I used to hate public arguments. Like, let's save it for later.
That's exactly it. So you would just kind of keep it on the down low until after. Then you would hash it out.
Unless some kind of jab started happening in the car, and then it
is
happened before
also
what's his face could get out.
That is also possible.
But it's all tragic. It's all tragic, quite frankly.
It is. It sucks because you have two kids that lost their lives, and
she's complaining about what life she has left.
And that's on her. It says
It's
her
like
new.
you could have been in a wheelchair for life.
100%.
Like,
it could be
holy
worse for
shit.
her. Could have been worse. She could have died. I think that was her intention anyways. I don't think she cared. Her newer legal team is arguing an ineffective assistance of counsel, claiming prior attorneys did not properly investigate or present medical evidence that could have supported a blackout theory. This is now a part of the latest legal fight. And it
I'm
says,
glad you guys weren't hearing what I was saying in the background.
"What is wrong with you? What happened? Are you choking on? Did you have a strong drink?
No,
is that what's going on?"
No, when you guys were like talking about like you were like, oh, I know, like dealing with like in front of a.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping like which one. I was like, that's what I was saying. Like,
piece of shit!
that's what I was saying in the background.
Jesus.
I was like, I know who they are.
Well, we used to have friends, mutual friends that let me tell you, I just when you're around people that let it be known that they're having issues, it's not good for anybody.
Oh, yeah, no.
And it's just, this is the kind of shit that I'm talking about. Like, there's a lot of people that will keep it on the down low. Yeah,
And
well,
also-
sometimes it would happen at their home.
Also-
But then you don't want to leave.
Also,
you just leave.
Also, I wanted to add to what you guys talking about, like the girl that might have like seizures or whatever. It's like if it's like something medical, like that's a different story. Like that's a whole different avenue, and that can lead
It's
to
too
like
magnificently long of a.
like I said, the law is made for the
Yeah, but
benefits of others.
If
you
you're
gotta think
having
about
a
it.
seizure, right? And I don't know the ins and outs of this. I'm not a medical expert, but if you're having a seizure, wouldn't you do this? Wouldn't the car have just fucking veered somewhere?
Or you would think the front seat passenger would have at least.
There's
like,
different.
your body might lock,
I would
but the passenger should have
Yeah.
at least tried to make the steering wheel.
I'd argue with the fact that there's different kinds of seizures. Like
And I get
don't know,
that.
like there's different kinds. Like you never know which ones you have, but there's different kinds of seizures out there.
Yeah,
Like
but how often do you have an instance where you only have one seizure your whole fucking life, and it happens to happen when you're killing two other people, that you never have a seizure ever again?
I don't know, but I mean, like again, like there's always loopholes. There's always like different stories and backgrounds, and it's like anomalies. Thank you. Yeah, there's always different anomalies. You never know what's going on, and it's just like unless you know like by medical like history, and you're like they're fine, they're actually this, then even doctors have said something and we're like they're actually okay, like then it becomes a whole different issue.
I want to take a look at this real quick.
Oh boy, what's going on?
So
You're looking at
let's
the road?
Take a look. Uh-oh, it went dark.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, what are we doing here? This time, oh, that's
Camera
weird.
1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2.
So I'm trying to figure this out here. Yeah, I'm trying to get a visual of the map. You know, trying to get a visual of the map here.
Oh, of the road?
Yeah, desktop. Yeah. So let me see here.
I didn't
Let me
even
just-
see
there we
what
go.
the road was.
There we go. Now we're getting there.
There we go.
Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to get an idea of this whole thing because I think it's important to do so. So let's dive into it. So yeah, this is the map. This is what we're looking at. This is Progress Drive. This is where they were, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right by Dairy Queen? Oh, that is sinful, my guy.
so if I had to let's see here.
Well, so they turned this corner.
Is this so which way did they where's
They went this way because that's the fucking school. Isn't that a school right there? Isn't that like? Isn't that what they hit? The school?
Right by Ale Productions.
Or-
I
or
feel
need to-
very
I need-
offended.
can we get a whatchamacallit? I need to see like a satellite view. Can we get satellite view? Let's do satellite view. Where is it? It's got to be around here somewhere. I want to see this. Come on, man. There's got to be a way you can get satellite view.
Go to the right corner. Look at your map.
Where is it?
No,
Over here?
no, right. Bottom right.
Bottom right.
You see where there it is.
That's gonna be street view.
Yeah, that's street view.
Well, I want satellite view.
Close enough.
No, because then I want to be able to see where the building is.
Hit X.
The hell is it? Can you right click on this? Where is this? thing?
Left.
Bottom left. Layers.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Thank
There
you.
you go.
Now
There
we
you
got
go.
it.
There you go.
Now we understand. Thank you, Austin. he's master. He is the master with.
I was
so-
like, wait a minute. Are you
so
looking
here's
for
okay.
street
So
view,
here's
or
where
are you
they
looking for
turn.
like.
Now think
actual
about this, all
satellite?
right? So she went. I don't know if you can see my mouse on here. I wish I could see what I'm seeing on the stream, but
I see
you
it.
see. Okay, so she went from Unions. See where the Union Savings Bank is?
Yep.
They were coming from the north direction. She turned right onto
Here,
Progress
and
Drive.
she was still fine.
Right, so she had control of the vehicle. Now, throughout this Progress Drive here, as we go, she passes the bank, the Black Ember Hoop Central building here. She passes all of this. You have a lot of buildings you can crash into, by the way. Dynamic Design Solutions. She passed through this industrial portion of the road. Ultimately, look, and there's even this. Look how long this road is. There's even a curve. If you're having a seizure and you're speeding 100 miles per hour, how are you controlling the car to do a little bit of a curve here and then smash into this building? This is, I don't know if you can see the mouse, but this is where they crashed right here in this building.
Unless
Right
the passenger was like trying to correct her, like doing don't do this. I mean, like unless there was like a.
I don't know. I'm just going to say, like, I just don't think. What do you think when you see that road? I mean, look at how long that road is. That's a pretty decent sized amount of distance.
No, that's like a good half mile at least.
Do you think that there's a possible? Is there a possible way that
half
this is
mile at least?
Do you think this is still
No.
seizure?
No.
Blackout?
No,
Not possible, right?
I don't believe it.
I don't think so either. But like again, like there's so many variations, and it's just like it's always you gotta think about the gray area, and it's just like of the what ifs, and it's like oh this could happen, this could happen, that could happen, but
I mean, just so she turns from here, and then she goes all the
I-
way down this road with them
I
in
don't-
there.
I was gonna say like
Boom.
I'm with you guys. Like I don't think she was under any influence. I don't think anything. I think she did it intentionally, but like
it's sad.
But
It's sad
and I think
because
it's like psychopaths that think like that, but nah.
I mean, what's your honest intention or opinion on this and whole thing?
I think that she didn't think in the moment and she was pissed off and she decided to hit the wall and see the consequence.
Do you think she knew that building was at the end of the road? I mean, obviously they must have known this area to a degree, right?
Yeah.
She must have had this plan where she's like, you know what, I'm going to go down this road. And now I don't know if she had planned it beforehand.
But she might have also not thought that it, I don't know, like you're talking 17, so you don't always think things are as detrimental as they are. Like, you've seen many cases where you see videos of car crashes and people getting out of it. So it could have also been a case of like, fucking let me be crazy, but think in the end run everybody's gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
Or it was an impulse, not thinking about the consequences and thinking that you weren't.
Yeah, I could see that too.
You know what I mean? But either way, I don't think it has anything to do with anything side medical. I think she fully intended to hit something, whether or not she knew the actual full-fledged consequences of it in a spur moment of anger at her age, being coddled.
Big time. Those parents failed not only her, but the parents that lost their sons. And everybody else in between.
Yeah, well, the mom is way too enabling. That's an unhealthy level of enabling. That's not
it's not good.
Doing your child any favors.
Service. No,
you're
doing a service.
Doing her any favors.
You're doing a disservice to your child when you're just letting them get away with things.
Disservice to your community.
I don't want my child to be a
disservice
psychopath.
to your society. Nah.
I don't want my child to be a psychopath.
God, no.
No one wants
empathy.
their child to become a psychopath. Like,
there's red flags, right? We saw in
the fact that the parents don't look at her and worry about
if you
her
don't
lack of
check
empathy.
on them, like that's on you.
Fucking mind blowing. Like she would have to be seeing all the therapists, all of them.
Yeah. I don't understand how, as a parent, you let your child, so you keep getting all these different things that happen over and over again, and you let your child just get away with it, and the father sits there and goes, yeah, I would know if Mackenzie was lying to me. I know my daughter. Do you know your daughter, though? Are you involved with your kid's life that much where you think you know them?
It's like,
I think a lot of parents,
says that.
Let's be honest, I think a lot of parents, especially when your child is a teenager, would be fucking baffled by the things your child's doing outside the home,
but
without your supervision. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Just think about when you're a teenager, right? Think about when you're a teenager, Austin. What do? You're out there fucking doing joyrides, humping couches, and smoking weed.
Listen, I was 19.
Exactly, you were
20.
still a teen. So
fuck you.
I'm just saying, like, we're doing crazy stuff. Like, we never broke the law, right? We will give it that. He's out there kicking bar windows at the age of like 24, but he's not. He's still fine. He's still doing okay. He's got a nice government job. He's all right.
Fuck you for saying
I'm commending you. You're doing a good job. You're 30, what? You're 31, 32 now?
32.
Yeah, exactly. You need a nursing home, but so do I.
Oh, fuck
Anyways, I'm just saying, all I'm saying is this. Parents don't know what the fuck their kids are doing.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Not 100%.
But like,
nobody 100% really knows what anybody's doing.
Also, can I say this one quick thing? What you said, like she needs all the shrinks or whatever.
Yeah.
Literally was a line from who's seen Supernatural?
Not all of it, but I've seen pieces of it.
No,
do you remember the
all the way?
I was gonna say, do you remember the Imaginary Friend episode?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, and you just see like the massacre of like one of the imaginary friends, just like, and Dean's reaction was like, "Oh yeah, she's gonna need all the shrinks."
All of them. All of the shrinks.
As soon as you said that, I was like, "Oh yeah, that gives off the same kind of energy."
So it says here in August 2023, after a bench trial before Judge Nancy Margaret Russo, Shirilla was
gotta get them gains. Get a bench trial. Sorry.
That'll give you a. I see what you did there. Shirilla was found guilty of all 12 felony charges, including 4 counts of murder, 4 counts of felonious assault, 2 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide, drug possession, and possessing criminal tools. Yeah, they found some drugs.
No, I was trying to tell you that you needed to stop. It wasn't that I needed some of it.
I was being nice. Damn.
She was sentenced to life in prison with parole eligibility after 15 years. Have fun with that there, Kenzie. You know, no tablet having bitch. You know, and, oh, my iPad. I don't have an iPad. Oh, fuck off. You know what? You're better off.
Suck a big fat dick, okay? That's what I say.
You know, I'm not going to lie. You know what? For her, yeah, she killed these 2 kids.
Absolutely.
You know, she was sentenced for life And, the 2 life sentences were ordered to run concurrently, meaning she has a first shot at parole after 15 years rather than serving back-to-back.
Yeah, but the problem
terms.
is she's not being nice in there, so it doesn't sound like she's
So
going
she-
to be getting it.
No, she's not going to get on good behavior either because she's obviously not having good behavior. She's absolutely just being a menace in there.
Yeah, so hopefully there's some growth that goes on between now and her mid-20s.
Yeah.
Because currently, maybe being away from her mother, you know what I mean? Like sometimes they say the jail system's bad, but maybe for her it'll be good.
But here's the good part. Court declines to hear appeal for Strongsville woman, obviously Mackenzie Shirilla, convicted in double murder of boyfriend and friend. So they're not letting this happen.
No, because she's
No
not
appeal.
being
No appeal.
very.
Get nothing.
She's not giving the vibes of I feel bad for what I did.
It's funny to say this,
There's
but
some people that are like that, but it's just like.
But it's funny
they
that
play the
there's
part.
these dudes out there, right? And it's happened with Chris Watts, the guy who killed his wife and his 2 children, his 2 daughters. Women were just fucking clamoring to write him letters in prison and want to marry him. No different with this one. There's dudes writing this bitch letters and wanting to get with her. What the fuck is wrong with people? Do you want to be in the car next time when she gets out?
Do you?
Because next time it's going to be you in the car.
Oh, they
also-
never think it's going to be them.
You
Oh,
also
of course
gotta,
not.
You also got to understand like how dating system works right now. It's like they see a criminal, they see someone with felonies, like, oh, he's got a bad past. Oh, he's a bad boy. Oh, I want to like suck his dick because he's a
here we
sensitive
go.
man or whatever. There's something
All
underneath
right.
all of that shit. You kidding me? Like, yeah, there's some fucked up like fantasies, romance novels that have like made stories about this shit, and some women buy that shit, and then it's just like,
Hey.
okay,
Hey,
some
we all have different poor judgment issues when it comes to dating.
Kenzie's going to be getting a letter from Austin soon.
You want to talk about poor?
The whole thing's just sad.
Oh my god, yeah, no, it's just like I don't mean to be a dick, by the way. I really
No,
don't
but
mean to
like,
be a
dude,
dick,
you got to
but
think
it's
about it. Like, who in their
I'm
right mind goes,
sorry.
yeah, this is a good person I would want to be interested in. Let's go write them a letter and try to marry them.
Thank you.
Perfect.
They have daddy issues. I mean, that's the only thing.
Are you trying to say that Kenzie's a naughty girl?
Probably.
Is that what you're saying, Austin?
Listen. Girls with grippy.
girl.
Hey, girls with scrippy socks. I mean,
what?
It also comes with grippy something else.
Oh, script. I thought you said scrippy socks.
All right.
Don't do it. I'm a virgin.
All right. Let's reel it in before you never
I'm sorry.
live this down.
I'm sorry.
All right.
All right. So let's
That's 3 drinks in. I'm sorry.
Yeah. When you slow blink and tell a bad joke, we need to
So Mike, I guess let's end this subject. Let's end this topic, I guess, with some questions.
It's a sore topic for him. It's understandable as a
I get
person
it.
who has been in that dating market.
The dating
in
market,
the older
car
years,
being
it is
stolen,
very
pizza
nightmarish.
being eaten.
Dating sucks.
It is
dude.
very
I get it.
nightmarish
Especially
for
in
both
this
angles.
especially in this generation, it sucks.
And I understand, but like, you got to ask yourself though,
So
when
I can feel why you're enraged.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a dick. I don't mean a dick, but it's just like
Oh,
as soon as I date someone that shows me a different perspective and shows me someone that like actually wants to be with me and doesn't want to be using me for money and using me for other shit, like it's like
then your rage will subside. Maybe.
it's more I will have my guard up. That's why
Yeah, just don't build walls.
I ain't.
don't build
I
walls.
have my
Yeah,
guard
that's
up.
what-
It's just like I'm
That's
gonna
what
be
Dylan and I
like
say. Don't build walls.
So here's my question: when does a crash become murder? When do we decide? Hey, this is
Yeah, because there's levels of like
Yeah.
negligence.
you see it all the time. Sometimes where there's like some funny business going
depends on the
you're like,
alcohol,
"Huh."
drugs, and like depends on like medical history and what you've been through.
Yeah,
like,
but you can-
that's-
Sometimes the intent.
People hear crash and they automatically think
Exactly, and the
DUI.
intent, too.
They automatically think vehicular manslaughter.
Okay.
This case crosses into murder territory though, because you got to look at all the evidence that have led up to this point in time.
It's also like it also goes to like local, state, and like federal laws.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like it get.
Well, I mean,
it
is a
has to
vehicle
go
being
through a
treated
system.
differently because we're used to crashes being accidental? I mean, it's like anything else.
In
When
most
somebody uses a
cases.
gun, now all of
Yeah.
a sudden these gun manufacturers get sued. We don't want to blame the individual who was behind it. We
Well,
want to
yeah,
blame the
you don't
inanimate
wanna-
object.
Oh yeah.
Do we blame the car that she drove
No.
in this case?
That's the thing. It's
No.
like, do you want to blame the
No.
inanimate object that is like too dangerous for it to like be unstoppable, or do you blame the victim that is, what's behind the wheel and what's behind the trigger?
But
Here's a
nobody
hot
says.
take.
But no, yeah,
well,
go
see,
ahead.
because sometimes in that case, then it would be you would have to hold the mom accountable because that's who manufactured the child. who did-
Enablement.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, you
Enablement,
can say
yep.
the same thing about dads
But-
too. I mean, like there's sperm donor too. I mean,
But like, you got all this
no
stuff going on,
offense.
like right? Nobody says, "Hey, that person behind the gun
no
who
offense
pulled
to
the
all
trigger
those
was
who are
having a
dads, but, like,
seizure or a medical
Oh,
incident."
sometimes they try to say
They
that.
try that. They try, but it never works, right? But
Yeah.
when it comes to a vehicle, suddenly now all of a sudden we want to search for every possible explanation as to what happened behind the crash that killed 2 people. It's kind of wild, the black box evidence is really the backbone of this case if you look at it. The lack of braking, the full accelerator to the max, going down that long road we just were reviewing with that little bit of a curve.
Yeah, with no significant damage to any of the roadside on the way to the crash point.
Yeah.
Which means there wasn't any veering
None.
at all.
Nope.
And you know what I mean? Because like you would think at least in some other medical trouble or somebody wrestling with
Yep.
the steering wheel or anything, you'd at least see like a taken out mailbox
Something.
or
Anything.
or rustling on some of the shoulder.
Yeah.
And according to them, there's absolutely and there's other times where your tires leave marks and it's
Yeah.
not necessarily just when you brake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if there was like a hard veer, it would have, I feel like at that rate it would have been on the pavement. It would have been showing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, with
absolutely.
all of that though, like with all the evidence of the black box and all that, we can talk about teen angst and chaos. We can talk about the psychology part of it and the emotion that went into it. But the
Oh,
black box
absolutely.
told the story. Okay.
Yep.
It told the story of what we needed to see. I think the jury got to see that.
Well, and most teenagers might feel hard. I remember feeling very,
Oh man,
very, very deeply for like now looking back on it. In fact, sometimes you even come across a person in later years and you're
Yep.
like, dear Lord, why did I cry for months over such and such?
well,
But that even at that point, like we could probably all think of a time when we like felt like we were gonna die. We were so sad that we didn't want to lose somebody. But did we go to that level? No, but she did.
oh yeah.
So that makes her a different type of person.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times like I hate like the one thing I hate part of my job is like the fact that like I deal with all the to those that don't know, like I deal with all the legal documents, I deal with all the personal documents and all that stuff. I deal with all the criminal records and all that stuff. So when you read about their history and you read about what they're dealing with, it's just like, oh, sorry.
No, you're
What are you
good.
sorry for?
I heard a ding and I was like,
No, you're good.
am I good? Okay. But I was just saying, like, you hear you read and hear all these stories, and you're just like, fuck, like
It's scary. You don't know who you don't know who you're getting involved with.
yeah.
Obviously these 2 were together for quite some time. But do you think at any point do you think that he had any intention, like any inkling that this was going to happen, like anything like this was going to happen?
I don't know if he expected death, but he was definitely worried about a lot of issues because he was tiptoeing around doing it.
Yeah, you got to be careful with like, depending on like the information and all the stuff that you see in the books. It's just like,
Well, you got a possible breakup, you have a rocky relationship, and a threat to crash the car, allegedly.
Yeah.
So you have all these things that lead up to the possibility of something happening.
yeah,
A lot of people say that, out of anger, they'll say stupid things, right?
Mm.
But I think this girl had a obviously a mental deficiency where it was going to happen regardless because she just was never held accountable. And again, I don't think she cared at the end.
Yeah.
I don't think she had the anticipation to walk away from this crash.
I totally agree with you. It's just like
but now it's a problem.
Yeah, no, there's always a you don't know someone's backstory until you hear the full story, you know. There's always it's like when you want to hear someone's like issue or like what the issue is, like a problem, you got to think about it as a math equation. It's like it's a triangle basically. It's like you got your side, their side, or one side, their side, and then the truth that's in the middle.
So
you never know what you're gonna get.
You're right. And they didn't include this in the documentary, but I don't know if you've seen it. Did you see the body cam footage when they went to Dominic's mother's house and broke the news to her? I'm not going to play it on. I don't even have the file on here, but I watched it.
I heard it. I heard about it, but I heard it's not pretty.
It's not. So obviously they go to her. They question the night before. Hey, what was happening? Where was Dom? They talk to her. She's like, yeah, him and his friend, yada yada. They had the casual conversation. But as soon as they broke the news that there was an accident and that they did not make it, it was one of the most heartbreaking things you could watch. Watching a mother's heartbreak, finding out that her child is no longer on this planet.
Oh yeah.
And
that's
this is where I want to come down.
Sound.
Yeah, we can talk about this case all day, every day.
That is the nightmare that no mother wants to endure.
Agreed.
Every day.
And that's the thing. Like, we talk about all these cases, right? And a lot of this stuff gets publicized in a lot of media outlets, and mainstream news outlets. It gets publicized everywhere on Facebook and X and all these other social media platforms. People talk a lot of nonsense on these comment sections, and we see a lot of it even in today's crimes that were just out on this week. But a lot of people don't realize that somebody, these are real people. And we talk about this a lot, and I think it's always good to bring it back down to earth. 2 people lost their lives that day, that night, that morning, whatever you want to call it. And families lost a loved one. Mm-hmm. Think about the grieving families. People don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about every little piece of drama that goes with these cases, like with this one. They want to just pick at the people that are involved. But I will tell you, the people that should really be ashamed of themselves are the Shirillas. They allowed the behavior to get this out of control. And I don't care what anyone says. If you're a parent out there and your child is showing red flags and they're expressing themselves in ways that maybe they shouldn't, when you have, like, say, a child who goes around saying they're going to kill people and they're going to crash a car and kill somebody, and that's when you have to realize that there might be something you have to address.
Or if you're noticing that your daughter has an unhealthy obsession with us, like their partner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
this was definitely an unhealthy obsession. People want to talk about love. This wasn't love. This was an obsession.
Yeah.
This was a dangerous obsession, obviously, to the point where he wanted to leave, right?
Yeah.
Basically, I think it came to this. If I can't have you, nobody can have you. And I don't want to be here either. And that's what I think her intention was.
Who've seen the movie Obsession?
I don't know if I've seen the movie, but what was it about?
I'm not gonna.
Let's not spoil it, but let's.
And I haven't seen it yet.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but
my daughter just went.
I've seen. Oh, excuse me.
You all right?
Yeah.
Gonna survive?
Hiccups.
Okay.
Alcohol hiccups. Jesus. But I will say this: if you're gonna watch it, keep an open mind, and also it is a very, very be careful with that movie, because that movie, if you have trauma, you have whatever stuff I'm waiting for the next hiccup.
This is good.
Do not watch that alone. Do not watch that with a respectful and securing safety partner.
Your mom has to listen to this because she's on. She says hello from Florida. My question to you, Austin, is this:
Do you want it hot?
How many hiccups do you have, and do you want them hot?
Too many and a lot. Oh wait, who said that?
Smoke weed every day.
Mama Dash. Mama Dash from
Wait, well,
Florida.
your mom has said hello.
Boy,
Will
is this?
Are you?
Hi, Mom.
Hold
let's
on.
let's get with the
Hi,
program.
Mom.
So we know he's drunk when.
when he doesn't know when his own mother says hello.
And I said, your mom used to listen to this, and he didn't even hear that part.
I did not. I'm sorry.
But, like-
I may have had
Too many to drink.
2 or
I've
3.
moved it 3 times.
Jesus. He's doing his own little power hour.
He definitely.
Stop, she says.
It's-
Yeah, stop drinking, Austin.
Yeah, no.
How much day drinking have you done today, sir?
The
Not enough. No, I'm just kidding.
Not enough. Weren't you drinking before we got you? Yeah, you were. You were drinking. Mama Dash says have another. Go ahead.
Yeah.
She's enabling you now. I think I heard somewhere in there between him putting the glass down and her saying that where he was going to say he's going to crash us into a building. So
yeah.
I don't care.
it'll sound like
love
Michael
it.
Jackson getting hurt.
Also, sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, ultimately though, if you want to just break down this whole thing, be involved with your children. Be involved in their life. These
That's
parents
sad.
of Mackenzie, I don't think were really aware. I think they're one of those people that were just like, yeah,
You can't give too much.
they didn't. Yeah,
There's
you
got to be some guidance.
don't
in
helicopter
there.
parent, but like, holy Christ, these people did not even guide their child.
Unless you're
They're
in
just
Florida.
like, hey, yeah, well, it's just anywhere really. But like, this is a prime example of like people being ignorant to the fact that their kids are doing some crazy shit out there, and they don't want to take responsibility for the fact that their kid is, expressing
into like
they're expressing some bad behavioral issues.
I mean, I could say
And you know what, dude? As far as I'm concerned,
I can say the same thing
the
about
parents are just to blame.
I mean, I can say the same thing about the kids that like did like the whole fucking like Hyundai boys and the Kia boys
Oh, yeah,
and
you-
like
you
stealing all that shit.
You want
Like,
to listen to that song? We can play
well,
that song.
no, please don't.
Mama Dash, I don't think has heard that song. She says, "Been at the Legion on the water all afternoon, drinking with Grandpa. Got him sloshed." Well, look at that.
Nice,
Your
let's
grandfather's
go!
sloshed. Austin, how does that make you feel right now? Yeah, you proud of him?
So
Fuck
now,
yeah.
now we get quiet.
Listen,
Now we
Jesus
get quiet.
Christ.
listen, Grandpa. Listen, Grandpa is like what? He's literally 50 years older than me. So yeah, no, he gets to live his fancy life. Okay, I call him Dos Equis man for a reason.
Yeah. Well, I got another case to talk about. Not a case. More of an, I guess, a social issue, right?
Here we go. Let's go.
I want to talk about it because I think it's a huge thing that's gone around in the last few weeks. So if you don't know who Jesse Ridgway is, he goes by the name McJuggerNuggets on YouTube. If you don't know who he is, he would
Wait a
make
minute.
these.
Is this the guy that like did?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. I
he would
heard
have
about
these
this story.
videos of like, so for instance, there was one where they did a Thanksgiving. And he started acting up. The father got up, was trying to tell him, you need to calm down or whatever. And he fucking flipped the table. He would always freak out. And then his father would
I remember that. I remember
take his
that
video
sh-
games and all that, and then mow him with the lawnmower because he was acting out.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, he was doing all these. These are all fake videos, by the way.
Right,
These are all
right.
like skits where he's freaking out, and the father and him had a feud and all that stuff. It was all just,
Rage baiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was
Drama.
known to do this kind of content. I don't know what he does now. But basically, him and his girlfriend, Ashley Ridgway, I think they're actually married, if I remember correctly. I think his name is Jesse Ridgway. So I guess we'll just put him and his wife. They were trying to have a kid. And when you're pregnant and all that stuff, you do the tests. You want to make sure that the baby's healthy. You want to make sure that there's like no issues with the baby and all that stuff.
Case.
So they found out, I guess, and I don't know if this was like a live stream or if they recorded it or whatever the case was, but they were recording or streaming this outcome. They were going to do the test results. And they did the test results. And come to find out, they had found out that the baby had Down syndrome. And this is where they made the ultimate decision to abort the pregnancy.
Yeah.
This has now caused a lot of controversy in the communities and society itself on social media, where people are now even making death threats to these two.
I've
to
seen
the
that.
point
I've
where
seen
they
that, and I've heard about that.
yeah. So I mean, this is an interesting topic to converse about because I think that a lot of controversy with abortion and all that has been around for many, many years, if not decades. But, I guess the question for you is this: do you think, and this is not even a conversation about the choice in life, pro-life, pro-choice. This is more of a conversation of, do you think that this is a reasonable and justified reason to get an abortion in otherwise what would be deemed as a healthy pregnancy?
Is it bad that I'm part pro-choice and it's I'm more of it's more of what you do, and it's and I don't like the fact, but it's if you do not have the
emotional, mental, financial capacity to love and care,
exactly,
for
all of that stuff, then it's
then you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, no, I get that, but also that's another abortion and even miscarriages. It's a fucking traumatic event for any woman to go through. Shit. Any woman that goes through that shit, it's traumatic enough. I mean, but getting an abortion, that's up to you. It's more of up to the, you want to take care of this kid, you can, but you got to have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, then honestly, you do what's best for you. It's more, that's why I say a pro-choice.
Yeah.
I know that sounds terrible because I know a lot of people will hate me for that, but also at the same time, it's you think I'm pro-choice and you think that's a terrible thing for me to say, but it's dude, I have a niece and a nephew that I love to death, and they've already had a hard life, and I'm I don't want that. I don't wish that on anyone.
Yeah.
Any kid. They deserve to have the best life that they can. They're kids.
This is Jesse and his wife here.
Yeah, no, it sucks. Especially when they have fucking Down syndrome. It sucks.
Yeah, Jesse Ridgway, I mean, and his wife, ultimately, they made this public announcement in July of 2026. June 2026.
That was what was stupid.
A lot of people's oh, every life counts and blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I get that. But it's also at the same time, it's dude, do you want them to go through the bullshit that we have to deal with?
Well, here's the thing.
No.
Dude. And you got to also think about this. So you got to think about the quality of life. Okay. And and I'm not even talking about the Down syndrome portion of it.
Thank you.
I'm talking about the parents. First of all, can they afford? Now, with this guy, I don't know what his earnings are, right? He's been around for a while. I'd venture to say he's probably making a good amount of money from the time being that he's done YouTube and all that. He's got millions of followers. I'm sure they're not hurting for money. But another portion of this also goes into the part where, do they have the mental capabilities and stability to take care of a child with mental, special needs? Do they have the ability mentally on their end to be able to take care of this child? Did they make the right decision for not only themselves, but the child at this point? Because if you don't have the wherewithal to take care of a child with Down syndrome, what good does that do the child?
Exactly.
Who has to now, and you got to understand this, people,
either you and your incapable ass,
yes,
or the system and somebody else, and what's the chances there that they're going to end up in a beautiful situation?
And the fact of the matter is this, and I hate to say this, but there are parents out there that can't handle special needs, and they resent their child or children.
And that sucks.
And that's not fair to the child. I look at it this way. I have no problem with their decision. They made the call. At the end of the day, this is what they're doing.
I agree with you, dude.
I don't think, and everybody's like, oh, well, why don't they just adopt it or blah, blah, adopt it out? Or blah. Okay, I get that. But at the same time, adoption
lot of-
agencies, it's not always
They're
a
already
given.
exhausted, overwhelmed.
Exactly.
And you want to know what they make sure? They make sure, like, they won't let somebody adopt a child unless they have the money and the means and all of the things. You know what I mean?
It's another like paycheck for them. It's like,
well, I was gonna say, well, then they end up in a foster, and then that's
Yeah,
where
it's not a good
some
place for
people are
anybody to be.
caring and some people
yeah,
are
foster-
vultures.
I was just gonna say, like, foster care is a fucking like nightmare. Like, I don't trust foster care at all.
I'm sure there are
There
plenty
are
of
some,
caring,
but
nice ones in there, but
there
then
are
there
few, but-
wretched ones in there as well.
I was gonna say, like, there are a few, but there are so many that are like the complete opposite. And I'm like, I don't trust the system, and I don't trust, like, when people get, like, those kind of people get involved. It's just like, it's more of like they're just chasing a paycheck. That's it.
So they said that they made an announcement and all that stuff, and they said that the decision was not made lightly, and they both described it as traumatic. Obviously, it would be, right? So it's not something anybody wants.
Any parent would.
Right. So they obviously announced that. They described it as traumatic, and they said that they consulted doctors, genetic counselors, family, and loved ones before making the choice. So they obviously they exhausted some of their resources to try to double down and research before they made this decision. And, you know, people want to go online and they want to make death threats to this couple, which is absolutely asinine. I don't know why people even think this is the right idea. This is the problem with being in the limelight like that.
Yep.
Is that people will go the fucking distance to be absolutely just savage.
Oh yeah.
They want to just
make full posts even if they
Yes.
don't fucking know you.
Yeah, exactly.
I can believe it.
And then they want to do this shit and send death threats and all that. You know, you can talk all the shit you want. Once you do the death threat, you're just a piece of shit. I mean, you're a piece of shit to begin with, to say the things that some of those people say. But when you do that, you're the ultimate piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's ultimate piece of shit fucking energy. That's small pee-pee energy.
Oh, that's definitely small pee.
Small pee-pee vajayjay, whatever you want to call it. All of it. That's
all
loose vajayjay energy for that end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever it is that stanky vajayjay,
Yes.
whatever it is
Fishy.
that makes it insulting, that's what we mean. Fishy. Super
Something's fishy around here, yeah.
Something's fishy around here.
Why does it smell like salmon in here?
The situation obviously exploded online.
Why does it smell like tuna in here?
Because it sits at the intersection of abortion, disability, parenthood, medical ethics, influencer transparency, internet. Yeah, it's all of it. Internet mobs. And
I'm in it for life, and I still don't even know. I'm more worried about what's going to happen to my son after I'm gone than I am anything. So I, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what the life of a person with a, you know, a handicapped child lives. That's what we live.
you know, as of today, you know, Jesse and Ashley announced the pregnancy termination around June 3rd, and it was like June 3rd or June 4th, if I remember correctly. TMZ had covered this, the Los Angeles Times.
Well, yeah, because he's in the limelight. So unfortunately, that's what happens. That's the problem with airing anything.
You know, it's just it's hard enough that they have to go through this, because I don't think this was, again, they said it was not a light decision they had to make. I don't think any parent out there that, or I should say future parent or whatever, you know, especially if this is your first kid.
Mm-hmm.
This is not something that you would go, yeah, let's just fucking end it and we'll, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like this is, and as somebody that, I mean, I have a child, but, you know, going into it and obviously not being born at the time, like, it would be completely traumatizing to have to go that route.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to go that route. But you also have to think of the other
end of
ultimatums.
It. Yeah.
But people don't want to say that. They don't want to think about that. They want to talk about how, you know, how dare they? How dare they go ahead and do something like this? This is evil.
How dare they?
Well, that's like, yeah, he sounds just like everybody else on Facebook. My whole point is this, I guess you could say, is, you know, obviously it's challenging enough to know that your unborn child has Down syndrome or
any challenging
anything. Yeah.
Spine. I had a coworker who, I think something with
Scoliosis.
Yeah, and but she had the money and the means to move to Kentucky, where the world's best specialist was, and they could have a different story. And each person has a different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not about their decision as a whole about it being right or wrong. I guess what it would be is, do you think that private grief in itself should it become public, especially on their level?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Well, the problem is they went public with the pregnancy in the first place, and they probably shouldn't have.
That's the problem I think people have.
You have to wait until after you 100% know you're having the baby, because obviously this is what happens.
Well, you also got to understand.
And
like,
then if you lose it in the meantime, then they're questioning, what did you do? You're going to have that. Then if you do have a child, whether or not you have a child that is a normal child or not, or a child with any kind of disabilities or needs, everybody's going to judge your parenting style, or, oh, you're using your child to make money. Like, there's so many different, like, you can't fucking ever win.
I was just going to say, like, I mean, if you're speaking from Kentucky, I was going to say, like, anything that's, like, below Virginia and it's, like, North Carolina to all the way to, like, Louisiana, Arkansas, and, like, you know, like, some, like, form of, like, Texas, and anywhere, like, above, like, Florida, that is all literally the Bible Belt. Like, yeah, they're gonna have fucking, like, different opinions. They're gonna have different, like, you know, like, opinions and, like, whatever result.
Opinions.
Sorry.
And I think they might have opinions.
She
Andrea.
only went to Kentucky because that's where a specialist was that could help her save the child.
Was it because
No, he literally went into her stomach. It was a spinal issue, buddy. I'm talking.
Andrew, did they have
He
opinions?
literally they fixed the spine of the baby inside her body.
Oh,
I'm saying they went to a special.
Never mind.
I'm saying, like, what I was saying is in some cases people have the money and the means to go and do those things, but most people do not. And
I always think of just like this. The Bible Belt, it's just like, it's a different story.
Oh yeah, no, they're
especially
all very
their
pressuring
rules are differing, like,
about they all
pro-life.
want everybody to give birth and then they couldn't give two
physically
shits
and,
about
like,
you after.
yeah, exactly. They
Like-
want you to, like, give birth physically, and it's just like,
They don't want
And
anything
then
to
they're
do with
like,
that.
you
no
can't
matter
feed
the
your
result.
child. That's your fucking problem.
That's the thing. They're
no
always
matter-
like, yeah, let's do it. Why don't you just do adoption? But you don't see them adopted kids, right? You don't see the people saying that.
Like
with
I said,
adoption.
it's hard to
and they
even
don't
get-
And maybe
understand
some
the
of them are.
They don't understand the story in the background. It's like, yeah, oh yeah, well, what if they got raped by their fucking creepy Uncle Joe or whatever? Like, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, but it's God's gift. I don't give
God's
a fuck
gift.
if it's God's gift.
Wait,
or
you're telling me
whatever.
that's
It's like,
God's gift to have a rape happen?
yeah, exactly. Oh, you think rape is
yeah.
good? Oh, you think pedophile's good? Oh,
Well,
okay.
We can go
okay.
down that discussion another time, but we
Sorry.
obviously see the things that
Sorry.
happen in those worlds. But I
Sorry.
guess the one thing you'll see though on all the social media is, like, we talked about the death threats and all that, but you also have the dehumanization of people that have Down syndrome, and they want to turn this into something like, oh, it's a tragedy when your child has Down syndrome. But is it really though? How many people out there have a child that have Down syndrome that are actually doing well? And it's not always going to be all flowers and butterflies and sunshine.
It takes
It's
a lot
going
of
to be a
work and
challenge, but at the
effort.
same time, people with Down syndrome, it doesn't matter. They're still humans, and
Yeah.
people need to be treated as such.
I agree.
And the fact of the matter is that people are making this out like, oh my God, it's a tragedy. Okay, but you also think that, don't understand this. What else is a tragedy is when that child is brought up again into a family that will resent them because they can't mentally hold themselves together. There's no mental capacity for them to take care of the child. That will turn into an adult. And then when that child grows up, because they're going to be an adult at one point, how does it affect their mental state at that point?
Exactly.
The child's. Their parents can't stand them, right? Because they can't handle the stress of taking care of the child. And it's an unfortunate thing to say. It's true, though. It happens sometimes. I'm not saying every parent of a person that has Down syndrome feels that way, but I think they understood the assignment here and said, they probably asked themselves in the mirror, can I actually do this? Can I do this? And they probably answered no. You have to ask yourself as a parent, can I do this?
Well, and they're also
agree.
very vulnerable in what happens after you pass.
Exactly.
Because then you've got a full-grown adult who could just end up in a fucking system where
Abuse.
That's horrible.
It's not. I mean,
so you have to have a full family system that, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like my daughter's already talking about, like, my daughter knows that once I pass, she's going to be the only advocate her brother has.
yeah.
You know,
And people
and
don't, I
that's
don't think.
like, and she didn't sign on.
No, I know. And people don't think
I
about
can
it
say
that
the same
far.
thing about my brother. I mean, like, and my brother lives all the way out in fucking Ohio, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a 32-year-old that deals with like tism, and I'm just like, people wonder why like I'm still single. It's just like,
But don't you think it's ironic though?
yeah,
No, think about this. Nothing says I care about human life more than sliding into someone's DMs and threatening their life
Yeah.
and saying, "I'm gonna
Oh,
kill
yeah.
you."
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
those people that are like, "How dare you kill this baby?" are going into their DMs and saying, "I'm going to come over and kill you."
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Complete
Stupid.
strangers. Complete strangers.
The internet is it's an undefeated.
You want to know what I do when I see somebody on any of these social media platforms saying something that I find disgusting?
What's that?
I'm like, oh my God, that's disgusting. And 95% of the time, I just, I don't know, block them. So then I don't have to see any of their poisonous bullshit anymore. So if you are truly offended
Yeah.
by their choice, block them. Like, are they your next door neighbor? Like, even if they are your next door, like, what the fuck does, it's not your life of being affected. Be offended, be like, oh, that was gross, and don't talk to them.
Well, when you build a career around access to your life,
That's the problem.
do people forget, where the show ends and where the human beings begin?
Well, according to most of the masses, you've chosen to put yourself in the spotlight, so therefore you need to be able to handle the dark side of it.
Well, look, we're out here and, we're doing our thing. We have a few thousands of followers and we're out there. We're putting ourselves out there doing this. I don't care about sharing experiences, personal experiences, et cetera, et cetera. I don't care.
Same here.
But at some point you have to understand that some of the things you say, you might receive
people are gonna get
some dipshit comments.
oh yeah, you get a lot of
Yeah.
dipshit comments.
Oh, you mean like you just do things for the money?
Yeah, of course.
the magical monetization that we get from.
Yeah, we're getting a
you
lot
know,
of money here.
Doing it for
Millions.
the money.
But it is what it is.
Dude,
those
some
people,
of us actually
those people
have
will just
jobs.
continue. But that's the thing, though. Those people don't see that. They think that everybody that's online, on their video, on their phone screen, or on their TVs,
are getting money.
are getting paid
Which
for
is-
this shit.
It's
We don't.
absolutely-
No, we
I have a
haven't.
friend who's trying to build up herself, and you know what I
Eventually,
mean?
that's
It's-
the goal, right? Eventually, you would like to say, "Hey, I can get paid
Yeah.
to do this." And if we did, you would see more consistency. We could probably do more things, but at the time being, we're not. We can do the best we can with at least once a week, if that. With coming on here, we like to do this. It's not like we don't, but people will always try to twist things. But like with this, it's like, where does the line get drawn in the sand?
I agree.
And look, and I always tell people, the best thing you can do is to not read all the bullshit. But people are gonna do it. They're gonna comment shit. But when they're sliding into your DMs saying that they're gonna kill you and your family, like,
That's not okay.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's insane. It's insanity. It's just craziness.
I'd be publicly pointing them out to their jobs and stuff like that.
But I want to know what everyone's thoughts are. Do they owe the public anything? Do they owe anybody an apology? Do you think that they did what's right, what's wrong, yada, yada? I mean, to me, I look at it this way. They're human beings at the end of the day. They made a decision that was probably best for them and the baby. And as much as I hate to say it, like, if they knew they couldn't take care of this kid, maybe they made the right decision.
Right.
But ultimately, the decision was made. It's none of our business
And
what they did.
Maybe they should reevaluate and take more time before they try.
Yeah. But
Again,
it's just,
you know what I mean?
and there's everybody else with the internet mob mentality. It's just, we see it all the time. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, hopefully, I wish everybody the best in this situation. It sucks. But, again, these two are going to have a long road ahead of them. Obviously they didn't want this outcome. They were happy. They wanted this pregnancy. They wanted to have a child that they could love. But ultimately though, again, I'm sure they've exhausted all their efforts, like they said, and they made the decision ultimately based upon their ability to be able to handle and take care of the child.
I don't think that's a bad thing on them.
No, I just look, it's sad. Do I
Sad.
agree with them publicly, like going about it? I don't know
No.
if I would go that far though, personally. But I'm not them.
Yeah.
We're not them.
And
they
also,
made their
They
decision.
like,
gotta,
also
they
at the
gotta,
sa-
they gotta marinate in it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
And also, like, same time, it's like if you're like internet sensation, if you're like an internet very like popular group or whatever, and you post shit like this on the internet, and they want to know like, oh, do you have a, it's more of sympathy and empathy. It's like, you have a kid. Oh, that's awesome. We're going through the same thing, and it's like, you got to be careful with that when you're in the limelight. It's just like, especially when you just like get to the point where it's like, oh, well, I didn't know our kid was going to be this way. We're going to think about doing this. It's just,
Yeah.
it's a very messy soup of disaster. Like, just
Nobody wants to have this outcome.
no one wants to talk about it, but it's like, it happens when it happens, and it's just like,
Yeah, there's not much you can do about it, but it's sad. And I hope they get through this and heal from all of it, and hopefully people don't give them any more death threats. That's just insane.
Yeah.
I agree.
Rochester, obviously, we have a lot of issues with electric right now, gas and electric. There's a lot of people out there with power outages that have been over 12 to 24 hour.
RG&E and all that shit. What's up?
So, Webster, in the Webster, New York group, Webster's got its own handful of problems, as always. That's why we left there. June 19th, this was yesterday, it said at 4:51 p.m., Rochester Gas and Electric, dry ice and bottled water distribution happening. Rochester Gas and Electric is distributing dry ice and bottled water due to prolonged power outages in Monroe County. Distribution is occurring today at 195 Mushroom Boulevard, which was yesterday, and they were there between 4 and 9 p.m. Okay, so this is what happened yesterday. They went through all of this stuff here, and I put on there on the page and on the group, I said, if true, this will be another reason for them to use to present to the state why they need another price hike. I said it sarcastically, tongue in cheek, if you will. Okay.
And
I say that because we've seen a lot of the price hikes happening lately. People are already struggling to afford the RG&E bills. There's a lot of questionable ethical things that the company itself has been doing, like not charging somebody 1 month and then double charging them 1 month. Or I had this case in a couple of years ago where I actually went to pay my bill, and it double charged me that there and then. It double charged me twice. It was like, say it was $400 for the month. I got charged like $800 if you want to do the math. I don't know. That's just an example. I don't know I remember what the fucking bill was.
ridiculous, though.
But, I called them and I said, hey, listen, this was like a glitch or an error on your end. Can you fix this? And they basically told me, no, there's nothing we can do about it. You're just going to have to wait till next month, and then we'll credit you back. You know what I told them? I said, yeah, I don't think that's fair. I go, the bills I have to pay with that money, they don't wait. They're not going to wait another month for you.
Fuck.
No, they don't care. So, yeah, I posted this. This is why, tongue in cheek, I posted it on there. And I will say, sometimes, I think there's a lot of things that happen in terms of, with RG&E and all that. And I got to say, like,
RG&E sucks. Like, I'm not going to lie.
yeah, but here's the thing, though. People need to understand this. So there was somebody that commented. Her name is Kay. She says, as much as you'd love to hate on RG&E, I'll burst your bubble. You won't get a price hike for something like this. So she's obviously an employee of RG&E. And, I responded. I said, no bubble to be bursted. It's the high costs I particularly think that are egregious, and some of the practices that customers like myself have experiences that are not pleased with. And then I gave her the example of the one-time monthly payment, getting double charged. And I even said it, I go, those such as yourself who work for the company are not to blame. Customers can be unhappy with the company and separate themselves from those who actually work hard to service customers who depend on them. And, she said, understood. I've seen very little appreciation for the men and women in the field, my crews, working 17-plus hour days around the clock to safely restore power as quickly as possible. So it's frustrating as someone with boots on the ground to see so many posts like this. I think that all of us are feeling the pain of high costs on everything. And I don't disagree. When you talk about RG&E, I don't dislike the people working for RG&E. They're people that are trying to put food on the table for themselves and family. I don't have any and feelings. I don't have any ill will towards them. I think that people that work for RG&E are just trying to make a living. That's not. I don't correlate the decisions made by National Grid. The people that operate this company from Spain, mind you, they're from Spain.
Really?
Yes.
Spain?
Yes. NYSEG, RG&E, they're all under one umbrella of National Grid, which is originated out of Spain. I don't fault anybody that works for RG&E. I don't blame them for the price hikes. I don't blame them for any of the problems that happen with that. So I think that, when we talk about RG&E, we can
about the corporate.
Yes, I will always say this. When I talk about RG&E,
Corporate level,
I do
that's a
not
different
talk about the
story.
people that are working hard to restore our power safely. And for those of you out there that are working for RG&E doing those things, I just want to say real quickly, we appreciate you. We thank you. And these are levels of the reality of this part of it. Like if you're doing the dry ice, you're doing the water. I get it. You're trying to do everything in your
We don't
power.
fucking blame you, but it's damn.
But
what the
RG&E as a whole, I mean, it's garnered a lot of bad publicity lately. We all can attest to that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we all forget that there are people out there making a living that unfortunately get grouped into this. And it sucks. And I don't like it myself. I think it's unfair. So I understand her frustration. I understand the employees of RG&E's frustration when they see posts like that. Again, this is something I always say, you got to separate the company from those who work for them.
I feel that for any company that's very they're making 6 figures, anyone that's insurance company or it's working in medical field or anyone that working in government, you don't know the story until you actually know what they're making and what they do. It sucks. Especially someone who I've worked in the government. I got a mom that works in the medical field. I got friends that work in different kinds of fields. It's just you never know what you're gonna get.
100%.
And you got to be careful with that.
Mr. Crowley says, hasn't either RG&E or NYS Power failed to pass an annual performance check for several years? I mean, I don't know exactly if that's the case.
I don't fucking know.
But I will tell you, there's a lot of things that we see on the reg. We talk about electrical grids and all that stuff and the power infrastructure. Can it hold electrical vehicles and all that being plugged in? If we all went electric one day, would it be able to pass that? Probably not. But it's a tough situation. And I think all of us here in this area specifically are seeing that it's becoming a problem, especially with price increases. And as we're seeing it right now, I mean, people out of power for that long, it's not been the coolest out there. If it doesn't matter if it's a scorcher or if it's a winter wonderland out there, you're suffering one way or another.
Yeah.
And all the people that had food in their freezers that went bad, what do you do for that? That's a loss. Again, you just spent money for food, right? And now it's gone. And I don't think stores are going to give you a refund for that.
No.
They're going to tell you, hey, you bought it, you paid for it, out of our hands. That's your problem now. So we're
the nature of the beast.
It is the nature of the beast, unfortunately, especially when you have a freezer full of meats and all that stuff. But yeah, I look at it this way, dude, we got to at least have an understanding. What are we doing here? Right? What are we doing? New York State obviously okayed these price hikes, and I think that's egregious.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid.
Well, it's
stupido.
It's irresponsible. People are already struggling in this state.
We all are.
That's what I'm saying. And they're just we're going to have a price hike. Okay, so you're having people already with the prices as they are now struggling to pay their bills month to month. But you think it's a good idea to go, let's push the envelope. Let's push it up.
It's
just a few more percent.
Unless you're putting money into our state and federal taxes, that's a different story. If you see our shit and you're oh, we're going to give you a tax break. We're going to give you this amount of money. We're going to give you that amount of money. And it's just different story. But when people
oh yeah, this is here we go. Mr. Crowley also says, I had my AC unit on for a few hours for 3 hot days a week or 2 ago. And they texted me a usage alert. Yeah. So if you have a smart meter, so in our old house, we declined it. We refused it. We have, yeah, you got those too. So we have
on
one.
my like Yahoo like email and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Like no,
We
I
have-
get, like text
we have one
messages
here.
and shit.
We have one here. So if we like use the AC or whatever, we'll get that. Hey, we noticed that you're using this many kilowatts more than you did last month. I'm like, okay.
Who gives a fuck?
Here's the thing. And another thing that bothers me is like they have these experts, right? I love when they say experts. These experts claim that their suggested temperature for air conditioning in the summertime is 76 degrees. Who's doing that?
No.
How warm do you think it is in here right now?
It pisses me. My fucking downstairs air conditioner. If like the button doesn't always work when you turn it on, and sometimes when you press the button too many times, it sets it to 76.
Yeah.
And when you come into the room is fucking stuffy. It's not comfortable. It's not.
No.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, depends on like who you are applied to, and you're just like depends on the person that's just like doing the job, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, are they like doing it for the paycheck, or they're actually giving a fuck about their job?
Well, think about how warm it is in here right now, right? I'll go ahead and check it real quick. I'll check the thermostat because I'll let you know. But think about that. 76 is the recommended air conditioner temperature that they
Feels
want
like
for you to have on
65 or 70 at least.
in here.
Feels like 70.
It's 74.
Are you serious?
It's 74 degrees
4
in here.
degrees higher than what I expected.
So it's 74 degrees in here.
No shit.
And think about that for a minute. To me, I'm getting warm. I have headphones on, a hat. There's computers and shit running in this building.
Even I'm a little bit warm.
But think about it. 2 degrees more is where they want you to have your air conditioning. Is that comfortable?
No,
No.
not to
Holy
sleep.
shit, dude. Yeah,
Not
it's
to fucking sleep.
sleeping. I got to have it at least 70. Around 70, 71,
dude,
69. Noise.
dude, I will say this. I may live in the city, but I have a 1-bedroom apartment, and the only thing that's going to cost me more for my RG&E is basically my air fucking conditioner.
Yeah.
Or my air like.
You all right? You
AC.
stroking out?
Yeah, I am.
I'm hearing over there.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Have another one, Austin.
No, I'm good.
Ready? I got another one for you. Get you a beer.
If you want to, give it to me, but I'm good. No, I was just gonna say, like, I do have a like one air conditioner in my apartment, and it's just like it doesn't even like cool down the entire apartment, and I'm just like, this sucks.
72 for me, but I had the AC on a little bit, Mr. Crowley says. 72's fine.
Yeah.
But 76, dude, that's warm.
Yeah,
That
it
is a warm house.
I like a 69.
Noise.
Yeah.
Hey, but I'm just saying, like, if you look at it that way, dude, that's a terrible, terrible temperature to have your AC on.
65.
You might just go outside.
Yeah.
Probably warm. It'd probably be warmer in the house than it is outside.
Just have
There
your,
has been cases.
I was
in
gonna
my
just say, like, have
apartment where
your
it has been
door open, like
cooler
that leads to outside, and just like
Yeah.
have all the windows open. That's all. That's all you need.
Yeah. I don't know. To me,
Back right up.
I like a nice 70, 71. I'll keep it at that. But yeah, I don't know. Just the gas and electric issue is happening here in New York State. It's not good. People are not trusting of these companies, and it's telling. Maybe you should think about that when you review these plans
I was
price
gonna say,
hike.
I was gonna say the only time it becomes a concern is if there's like outside bugs.
Yeah.
Or if there's like Japanese like beetles and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
You
Um,
don't want to fuck with those.
Mr. Crowley says, "Listen, RG&E, I'm a big guy. It gets about 75 outside. I'm putting the AC on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
You
No,
just-
you deserve to
I
have
think
an AC on.
I think at that point, yeah, it's getting warm out. These 90-degree days and 80-degree days, they're not forgiving.
Nope.
Look, I like me a nice 70, 75, okay? In the fall, 60 or so, 60 to 70, depending. I'm okay with that. But
be right back.
I just don't think that it's where do they get these numbers from? Do you think that the people, these experts that claim that these are good suggestions, do you think that they have their houses set that high? Doubtful.
Absolutely not.
I doubt it.
No, they got
I
their
doubt
shit
it.
together on all nice.
Look at this guy. Look at his hair. Wow. Jeez. Who would have thought that Austin would have longer hair?
We need a bathroom break or something in this.
Hold on
point.
one sec.
Now we could wrap it up. We've been around 2 hours. Let's do it. Let's do it up. Let's let him do a Maybelline commercial real quick, and we can do it that way.
Maybelline.
Put it back up.
Yeah.
It's got that. No, it's because you've got the ponytail hump in it, so it's not falling correctly.
Hump.
You know what I'm talking about? It's got the fucking ponytail illusion.
Yeah, I knew exactly what you
Yeah,
meant.
you got the Farquaad going on right now. Pull it back. Pull it back.
That's what she said. Don't forget to go to the YouTube channel if you're not already there, and subscribe and hit the bell. We typically do these live shows. If we try to do our best, it gets a little crazy sometimes. So sometimes we have to record them.
Farquaad is the best fucking insult you can give, dude.
But
Bump.
what I will say is,
Hold on,
it helps us grow. Mr. Crowley says, "Damn, Austin, you've got almost as long as hair as I do."
Thank you.
I mean, I got long hair too. You can't really see it.
All right, now we're gonna competition.
No, listen.
You can't-
No, I was gonna say, like, listen.
Poor Austin hasn't been growing it as long.
M-Balm has longer hair than I do. Okay?
Yeah, I mean,
like,
but
I've been
mine's
starting
only
to-
long on the top. I got like a more of a Norse hairstyle. My shit's I just got it shaved today, so it's nice. But like, yeah, I just
Mr. Nice Guy. Okay, I see what you did there.
what'd I do? You're saying I'm a nice guy? Don't fucking call me a nice guy. I'm not a nice guy. I'm just that guy. Okay.
We're gonna pee our pants on this.
All right, go pee pee and poo poo, and
Oh,
while they're peeping and pooping, you can go to the M-BalmEffect.com and you can get yourself some TME shirts. There's a mug in there, a little hat if you want some hats, Austin. Do all that good stuff. But until then, we will be back again, probably next week, I would say. And with that, I'm sure we'll have more shit to talk about. Send them our way. The mbalmeffect@gmail.com, just like on the video bug down here. It just disappeared, but it's all right. You should know what it is by now. It's not hard to find, and email us. Or you can just go to the mbalmeffect.com and just hit that email us button, and it'll do just the fine way. He's having a hard time tying his hair up.
He is.
Watch a master tie the hair up.
It's fucking hard.
I need to take a pee break if we're gonna sit here and watch it pull his hair back.
Watch this, Austin. See, look, you do this. Ready? A little way of doing the hair. I mean, your hair is not as long as mine, but it will get there should you let it grow that far. And you can just do this. You do a little boom, and then you do a little boom, and then you do a little boom. And then you're good to go. See, rocked it up.
Now I got it.
Now it's see, look, nice
Now I
and
finally
tied and
got
ready
it.
to
Hold on
fucking
one
fly.
sec.
All right, we gotta go. PP is about to happen. Poo poo might happen as well. We will be back live again very shortly. Keep your eyes and ears peeled. Austin, did you finally do it? Awesome. That's amazing.
Somewhat.
Good job. Until then, I hope you all are having a great day. Talk to you soon. This is the M-Balm Effect.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Well, there goes the neighborhood. It's a good thing no one got seriously hurt.
Oh my god!
Whoops, spoke too soon. Don't get too wrecked. See you on the next one.
The M-Balm Effect.